this harmony got worse when Mr. Joseph Aloba, the main complainant, the CEO of this whole process that we are clamoring after, that we are advised to be giving us updates every Sunday, and said
you see
that the
what is the meaning for this now?
and the
Then you will now come and make me I should be running to hospital.
Son, needs the vision. And then you remember, all of us on this side were sidelined up till this moment I'm speaking. So we are fighting our fight. The public have done what they need to do to support this man. And we are sidelined. And we don't even have a voice. There's no foundation. We just need to wait for these people to speak or not speak. Where does that take us? Where do you think we can actually get to if we raise a petition right now? At the end of the day, you still have to go to the complainant to sign it off, and then we say, speak to Muyiwa. Where is Muyiwa today? Where is Muyiwa in the last 7 days, last 12 days, the last 72 hours? And this is the fight. This is what we've got. And I agree with you. But which son of anybody else, not my son, not my daughter, not my child, not me, even if I am VDM, we get involved in a process where I can be eliminated out of nowhere because nobody is telling the truth. The police is not telling the truth. The family is not telling the truth. The inquest is not telling the truth. Where do we go from here? We're going to keep fighting. That's all we can do. We're just going to keep fighting our own fight. And our fight will count because without TikTok, for starters, we won't be where we are today on this course. Not the mainstream media in Nigeria will post anything. And you remember that even when Mr. Aloba goes to Punch and all these newspapers to post stuff, is the impact of the dragging. The impact of the dragging on TikTok that actually pushes him and causes him to do that. Even African television and various other aspects to go and say, I demand the Nigerian police dismantle this, dismantle that. This is where we are. This is where we are. I agree with you. But the thing is, and he already said it, none of us can do what VDM is doing, and none of us can do what Yomi himself is doing. However much we want to discredit Yomi, his character, and drag him from now till tomorrow, none of us can selflessly do what these people are doing. We need to give them kudos. But the thing is that if we cannot engage with them directly and beg them to do it, but if they are not doing it, they are not doing it for a reason, and the ones that are doing it also doing it for a reason. Whatever the case may be, we are stuck between a rock and a very hard place, unfortunately. Thank you.
Please, EOD, please, can I say something, please?
Can I just say this? Because I need to move on now, okay?
Go ahead.
Thank you very much, my brother. The ITGAY, thank you very much. Susie for Justice, I appreciate you. Andy, I can see you still there. Pizu, my brother. Aristo, my TikTok husband. My dear friend, still. And my very own Sele. I want to go this way. You say, when it comes to justice in Nigeria or activism or anything, I'm one of the ones that have always been at the forefront. I'll tell you a cause I fought in the past where, because I've got parents in Nigeria where they had to be called to tell me to stop. This is what Nigeria is all about. And I can tell you, it got to a point where I had to stop because I've got parents. Though I live abroad, but I've got parents. But my passion for Nigeria cannot be shaken. Okay. I want every one of us to appreciate what that man is doing. I don't know him. I've got no contact with him. But it's opened my eyes to how corrupt Nigeria is as a criminal barrister. And I'm interested in whatever happened. But bring it back to Justice for Mohbad. The likes of us who've been involved from day one. If you don't know me now, Those that know me, they know when we used to shout and scream down the corridor of justice on TikTok. But it got to a time that this thing is taking us out of character. Let me tell you something. Justice for Mohbad is becoming like a child's play where people use as therapy for people that are depressed, people that are going through mental health issues, people that can't deal with the climate change, economic change, and all of that. So now that we know, this is where the things are. Baba Mohbad, I can say this to you. The ITGAY mentioned about publications. ARIES is here. She can say if I'm lying or not. I know the number of publications I publish in Nigeria using people's name on this matter because I don't want to involve myself professionally because I'm not paid to do that job professionally. I know the number of petitions, I know the number of articles, I know the number of IFA. This thing brought me so close to the media houses in Nigeria. But at the end of the day, you are anti-justice. Even before Susie came and became anti-justice, we were matron of anti-justice. Ask everybody. We were the first people that were classed as anti-justice, despite the fact that we were working our head out. So now, what have you achieved? We were the first set of people that wrote for Baba Mohbad to sign a document that will make the court to tell the bank to freeze what's it called? Mohbad's asset, to compel Wumi to consent to what's it called? DNA, based on the fact that there's an estate at stake. All of that is, they were gone because the likes of the advocate then, they tag us anti-justice. Please, me, EOD, I cannot do what Yomi Fabi is doing because I've got my children. I don't want to die now. And I cannot do what Very Dark. If Very Dark Man is my brother, the same way my parents called me when I was tormenting the governor of Ondo State, then I would have called him. Are you stupid? You need to stop. Okay? So give it to them. If you live abroad, you cannot pack your bag and baggages to go on the street of Nigeria and stay there and say you are fighting for justice for Mohbad. Mohbad, please don't condemn any of these people. They have battles to fight back home. You want me to tell you? When I went to Nigeria, I don't have Nigeria passport. I went to Nigeria on a visa. I knew what I went through with immigration. Which me tell you, even with my name and my local dialect accent, I knew what I went through. So Nigeria is a ground that when they find the ground to humiliate you, they deal with you. Stupid. Regardless of your identity, they don't care about you. So if there's anybody on ground, let's forget about the grammar. That's why I don't speak grammar. Anytime I'm on here, I don't speak English. I want to portray myself as this roadside non-entity and a layman person to you because that's what I want to be. But Nigeria is a place that will humble you. They will humble you, they will use you, they will make you useless. And I'm begging everybody, that man, Adegoke, we want to know the cell that man is in Nigeria. We want to know that cell. Nigerians abroad, we know the cell that is housing Ekere Wendu or Ekere Medu, whatever his name is. That Nigerian minister that tried to harvest another person's kidney or body parts that's jailed in London. We know where to find him. We know the record. We can see pictures. We can see the more shot. We want to know where Adedoyin is being hosted. We want to know the cell number, his ID number. It should be available for everybody to see. But Brisky never went to any jail. That's Nigeria for you. Okay? And they came, they manipulated all of you. The people that can tell you the truth, instantly they recruited people that will tag them anti-justice. Because they don't reason with you, they don't agree with your idea, they don't flow with your own frequency. That does not mean they don't want the truth. But because if you cannot, and that's why I say Celeste should clap for himself earlier on. Celeste was the one. We are now at the place where accountability is our first language. Accountability is our first language. You took. As a kid in Nigeria, when they ask you to go and buy something, even if you come back and say there's no change, they will send you back again, go and bring change. So now, if you give money, you cannot ask, what did you do with my money? So, as long as you and your team can come back to the public, bring your autopsy result, that is different. Because it looks like people are working together. There's some sort of collaboration somewhere that people don't know. And they've recruited all these innocent, or I don't, there's some names I don't want to say. In fact, Jack, I've spoken the best language I know how to speak. I've been the best place I can be before I am where I am right now. I gave up on justice for Mohbad, but I listen. But this very dark something brought me to the fact that Nigeria is a very crooked environment. So there's no law you're gonna quote that the likes of us don't know. We use our entire life to do law. We understand it. We work in Nigeria, we work abroad. We have contact with some of your lawyers that you don't even know. You understand? But when we get to a point where we just need to be real, what does this family want? What does the Alobas want? Why is it so difficult for the? Let me tell you, this very dark man or magic man will make this Mohbad case to even see the light of the day. Take that from me. I'm gonna leave now, so you carry on. You may not hear from me for a while after this time, but trust me, when you are tired, we're gonna be starting. Because we were there at the beginning, we were frustrated, we kept her cool, but we're not gonna leave it to slide. Because we have the identity of Nigeria. You are portraying us to the whole world, how terrible we are, but that does not represent us. That does not. If the Alobas family don't want justice for Mohbad, fine and cool. But that will only happen if they are paying for the preservation of Mohbad's body. As long as you are using taxpayers' money and you are robbing the public, you're going to pay for it. Now, later, whoever will go to jail will go to jail. We're not going to give up. Thank you.
Yeah. EOD, thanks a lot for a very lovely, powerful submission that you've given. At first, I didn't want to come up, but I had to take time out of work to just come up and speak. And this time around, I actually just want to say just very little, in the sense that what I want to say is this. You see, if we first of all, I'll say this first. I personally, I know how corrupt, how decayed that system is. I have had one-on-one with many of those people in power there, and I know they're monsters. These people, they are monsters, serious monsters, beasts. You can call them whatever name you want to call them, but they are not. They shouldn't be called human at all. So, but I'm actually happy that, you know, all of this old truth and everything that is happening, so that the people know who these people truly are. Because if anybody is saying it, you just come out to come and tell them about it, they're gonna stone you. Even the people you're trying to rescue, you're trying to protect, they'll be the one to slap you, slam your face, you know, with all sort of rubbish. But that being said, I want to say something. Look, if we, the public, the people, if we give up on this justice for Mohbad now, whether we give up or we don't even give up, one thing is certain: we have failed Mohbad. We failed Mohbad, the people I'm talking about, when I'm saying people, I'm talking about everyone. We've all failed this guy, just the same way he was failed when he was alive. Why I say we failed him is this. Fine, everybody, we've tried, we've done this, we've done that, almost a year, I said almost a year now, more than a year now. But the truth is this, you see, we went about this whole thing, we the public, we contributed to this huge mistake too on our own. We went about it the wrong way. And nobody was able to caution every other person that, look, this way we're going, we're never gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel if we go this route. I'm gonna use an example of that. There was a time, I wanted to fix my car sunroof because it wasn't closing properly, and I took it to this garage, and this person, I left the car there. This person was working on the car all day. The whole day was wasted, and he didn't get it. The problem was mechanical, and this guy went about looking electrical and all that, and at the end of the day, the whole day was wasted. This man has worked, hasn't he? He has worked. He has put in a great effort in trying to provide solution to my problem. But did he solve it? Was there a solution? No. A whole day was wasted. But you know what? The next day when I took the car to another garage, this garage, the guy fixed the car within an hour. The sunroof was fixed. You see the difference between both of them is that someone went about his own solution the wrong way, and the other person went about it the right way, and that was why he got it quick. So now what am I saying is this: we the public, we allowed ourselves to be deceived. Until now, we are still making that mistake. That's my problem. We go by what people say with their mouth. We're not looking at the actions. We're not matching the actions with the body language. We're not matching it with what they say with their mouth. So, Baba Mohbad, why did we all queue behind him in first instance? Why would the public queue behind the father of the deceased in the first instance? And again, that mistake, we made it. It didn't force us to queue behind him. It didn't force us to support him blindly, emotionally. We allow emotions to cloud our judgment, to cloud our reasoning. And everybody, all of us, we did that. So that was what happened. That's why we had to. That's why we got to this gridlock, to this position where that seems to be completely standstill. We can't go anywhere. But there is still where to go. There is still how to go. So if we just need to agree, we need to just accept the fact that we were the one that actually we made that mistake by ourselves. We failed this guy. Can we still correct that mistake? Can we still make things right? Yes. Because what it should have been that Joseph Oloba queuing behind the voice of the public. The Sashitu, whatever, what's it called? This Smith and whatever, I can't remember. This Smith and whatever, they should have been the one that would have worked with a foundation from the get-go, and this foundation having probably signed an MOU with the public representatives. And then they will work with the legal team, and if need be, they engage service of licensed investigator to help them. That's what it should have been. If it was that way, maybe Smith and I can't remember them. Smith and something. Maybe they would have raised an objection to the Lagos State coroner process, and definitely we won't be where we are if that has been done. But that shit too, man, of course, if the engager, the person who engaged him, wasn't for justice, who is he to be for justice? Can you see everyone that surrounds that man? Is there anybody that has the look or that looks like someone who wants justice among all of them. He carefully selected everyone that he's working with. Grexy, Muyiwa, the Lego team, all of them, he carefully selected them. If you check the antecedent of that man, Shitu, and the rest of them with Dooms, whatever, you will see it's there. And this same mistake we were about making it, or let me say we have made it already. When this guy came on board, Yomi, Fabi, and all that, we embraced him too because of what he's saying to us, his words. I use body language. When those people alleged that thing, I was there, I listened to that woman. I don't need to know that woman. I don't know her from anywhere. I've never listened. I've never been to a platform before. But that very day, I just stumbled there and I said, oh, I'm interested. And I listened to her and I said, this person is telling 100% truth. And when someone said, oh, Yomi is live somewhere. And I just went there. And I saw this man. I could read his body language. He became unsettled. He became agitated. He became worried, as though somebody who's about to be exposed. So, and at that point, I've stood my ground to say that I even cited his antecedent role he played in the case of Babajisha and one minor that was raped by Babajisha. A judgment was given against Babajisha in that instance, in that case. And this is a man now that is coming to want to come and fight for justice. Why stand for injustice there? Nobody's asking pertinent questions. Why? Why did Lagos State Corona, why did it jump those crucial two stages? Why? Nobody's asking. We need to ask. And one thing that, again, I want to say is that please, all of us here, I want us to always call out evil. Evil as we see it. Don't try to cosmetics, because most of us, look, the thing is this, as we are here, when we speak, when we talk, when we try to endorse anybody, what happens is this: anything that happens along the line, you're responsible somehow, even if the people are not holding you responsible. As we here, as we were saying, oh, Yomi, and let's is okay, we give him support, and if it happens that he swindles a lot of people, and a lot of people, they get swindled, these people will not forgive all of us, because they will say, boy, it was these people. Because the problem with people is that they don't process things on their own. They just listen to people as though they are authorities. They take people's word as though they are authorities. No, you have to process it. Think about it. Does this thing make sense? Do your own research about it. Don't be lazy. Do research. Knowledge is everywhere. Wisdom is crying. People is crying for people to come and buy it. Come and buy from me. Come and eat from me. But it is we, the people, that we have to go to wisdom. We have to go to where knowledge is. So let us not make that mistake again. Let us not continue to make mistakes that we've made in the past. Don't take people's words again. Don't take their words. The words mean nothing.
All right.
Look at the actions.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you very much. I always like your submission. Fantastic. And from what you said, I love the analogy of you repairing your car sunroof. It was a mechanical problem, but the worker was fixated on using electrical and spent all day. He has worked. He has to be paid, but the job was not done. What it means is the person that brought the car will pay double when the real job is done. And you can't blame the other guy, but it was the man's fault. And it's also the fault of the person that brought it, because the person could not raise alarm to stop it. And that was fantastic. Secondly, I will not agree to one thing that you said. Nobody said from inception that we are not going about this in the right way. I, for myself, I spoke that it was a wrong move. I remember then we say, this man aristocrat is a double agent. He works for Wumi, he works for this. I don't care. And I still remain on that trajectory. When you do not do the right thing, you lay the wrong foundation, whatever you put on it will not stand the test of time, and that is salient. And I think as much as we are doing this thing, as much as we want to support those who are doing the activism and all that. Yes, like EOD said, none of us can do what Yomi is doing, actually. I'm not going to stand on the street and shouting through my emails and babavoing on TikTok every day, jumping from year to year, showing certificates, turning and for that. No, I'm not going to do that. But if there are people that will do it, let them do it. Now, our responsibility is to put them in check. As much as they are doing those things that we will not do, we need to put them in check. And we need to call them out when we see them derailing and doing things that are wrong. And I think that is everybody's responsibility. At the same time, I also like to say that we know the truth now. Jack, I always salute Jack because Jack can talk for Africa, even for UK. Jack talks. At times I will say this Jack self, the tire. And Jack has been talking. People tag him as a talker. People tag him, but Jack is saying what should be said. But as much as we say that, Jack is always calling for action. But how many people are even courageous to do the action? We can either do the action in the open or do it behind the scene. Me, I always love behind the scene action because I can always come outside and talk with Happy Talk, not to be tired, but we will be doing the right thing. I think the more people join people that are doing the right thing, the better. And we cannot, I will continue to say this for the often times, even God did not cure all the problems in the world. Even government cannot cure the problems in the world. We should take in this justice for Mohbad, as horrible as the scenario is, pick those things we can even have some strides, some wins. Let's hold on to them. Let's do them. Do we want to continue to agitate for the government to do the right thing? If that is what is workable, let's do it. Do we want to agitate for the IGP to look into this matter and take it? Lately, after Mohbad, the IGP has taken up about 2 cases that I know that happen in different states, and he has moved it to the federal level for investigation to start. A good example is that person that died in Ilorin. I think it is never too late to do the right thing. As much as we talk, let's seek, let's try. We are not doing it for ourselves, we are doing it for the future. And I just have to add this before I run away to say that the case of Bobrisky is a very good one. From the way I see it, I see PDM as a vendetta against Bobrisky and is following that case. At the same time, BDM understand that the case of Mohbad is different from that of Bobrisky. And the case of Mohbad is Amokun Togberu Soriteru Ewo, is a cripple, someone with a knuckle nail that carries a load up. You will see that it will bend. And you told the person, oh God, adjust your load. He will tell you that is not what you should look at. Look at my knuckle. Already from beginning, he done dabaru like I said, Taylor. The family had not come in unison the way the Adekoke did. The family had not come in unison the way the Bamishe family did. And hence, we have this problem. However, it is not a dead end. We are not between the devil and the blue sea. We are in a place where we can make decisions because we have lost our roads in the woods, and we can make the right decision and go back. Going back from a place of knowledge that for the last 12 months, plus that our dear Mohbad died, we've seen the corruption in his family. We've seen the corruption amongst his friends. We've seen the corruption among the public. We see the psychophonic nature of people that love to cry, sympathize, just for them to say they are sympathizing. We've even seen people doing the wrong thing and they are being advised. They will say, it is not my business. I put my name on a GoFundMe. I don't know what is happening to it. It is not my business. EFCC cannot come to meet me. Leave them. When the Kasala boss, they go talk. But as far as I'm concerned, in this life, it is only few that always see the road. Not everybody. And God has made it so. Because if everybody sees the road to success, everybody will be successful. Who will serve who? If God does not make everybody kings, He knows why, because there must be leader and followers. If God does not make everybody ojogbon, professor, he knows, because he knows that some people will work harder for some people to attain certain thing in life. But the responsibility on those people, as it is on our shoulders, is that we know better. Let's continue to do the right thing. Let's continue to mobilize to do the right thing. Let's continue to be the lonely voice like that of John the Baptist in the Bible that was in the wilderness saying, make way for the Messiah. He was the only one. Let's continue to be that, because history will talk about us when the time comes. Lastly, like I will always say, VDM has done his best. He said something that I hold on to. He said he's not after anybody, but he's trying to expose corruption in our society. We've seen on Mohbad's case that there is corruption. Let's try to expose the corruption. Is VDM supporting us in this? I would say if his support is good. I love my dear Susie. But Susie, as much as we want some people to do some things, if they decide not to do it, there is nothing we can do. VDM have done the little we can do. Let us look for some other people that are not even coming out. Let them too be releasing things on the dark web regarding this matter. Let's see some people that we ask some phone calls of some people of interest in this matter. Let them release it on the dark web. Don't let it be ascribed to anybody. We have people, we have IT people that can. Let us do that. That is contributing to it. If it comes out like this, every news will be talking about it. On ARIES news today is 70% all about Bobrisky and the action of the Minister of Interior and everything that surrounds it. Let us do this thing for Mohbad. If someone can leak something like this on this Mohbad matter, we will, every newspaper will carry it up. Then we talk about it. For all the IT gurus among us, we are not telling you to come and take the glory. Walk as ghosts under the dark. Release this thing and let us share it. Let the right authorities see. That is how you fight justice. Some people like to be ghosts. Let them be ghosts. Some people want to be seen. Let them be seen. At the end of the day, the Bible says the world is made with good and evil, but they all work together. Búburú ọjọ́, òtòfò ọjọ́, tìbìtìrẹ ní rìn. So good and bad will always exist, but they are helping each other. But the job of the good is always to shed light in the dark. We are the light. Let us ensure that we shed our light where it is needed. Let us ensure we do the right thing. And everybody can do whatever they want to do. The story in the Bible says, let the wheat and the shaft grow together. On the day of harvest, we will separate them and take the wheat into the store barn, and we take the shaft into the fire. It will happen. It is the word. It doesn't even have to come from the Bible. But that is how the word is created. God will help us all. God will help us. And lastly, let me say this. We should be learning a lot of things for things that are happening. Number one lesson from Bobrisky. Shut your mouth. Not be everything that they talk. Not be everything will happen to you that they talk. Someone helped you out of problem. You begin to be talking to someone else. He has put some people in danger. His godfather is in danger. They might say that, and all that. So it is not everything you talk about. Even when you know that you have bigger enemies. That is number one. Number two, some people are saying things like I advised VDM yesterday. What is going is great, but he must tread with caution. Because when it comes to defamation, people are saying these people should ask it. No, in defamation, just like cybercrime, when some people said something bad about Krochi Queen, Chairman, and Adeyinka, some people put it on their platform. Any of those three can sue that person. If you say, I got it from this place, it doesn't matter. It is the discretion of who is suing. And under the section 23 of the Criminal Code of Nigeria and section 21 or so of the Penal Code of Nigeria, it does not matter who share a defamatory something. As long as the person that is seeking redress identifies you and you are linked to it, so be it. So we should guide ourselves. We say many, many things. Please let's guide ourselves under the law. We are working for our society to be better. Let's be abreast of the law. Let's say the truth. Let's be more tactical. And I believe God will help us all. Thank you very much, Onile. Thank you very much, everybody, for giving me the opportunity. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Aristocrat. Thank you, Susie, for justice. Thank you, EOD, and thank you, Jack. Obviously, Jack, you've spoken well, as articulate as you can, and we value you immensely. Touching on some of the items you covered, my first point to make is actually that the Yomefabi of our time have simply become necessary evil on one side, necessary saints on the other. And the foundation of this whole process is based on the fact that where the people, the CEO and their group and their lawyers realized that the public was about to be handed over the mantle, the control over this matter, they decided to sort of like distance themselves away from anything that you can associate to foundation and any process of giving the public a voice. And that is what is still lacking till today. And we've got up to a point that I am no longer going to even crusade that we should give anybody a chance. It will now be up to the public to look within their heart and actually sort of like believe the right thing to do is to support anyone, any foundation, be it an individual, with the view that justice will be more like, closer to us than we think. But appreciation will be that people that put themselves out, regardless of how they started, regardless of their wrongdoings in life, regardless of all the negativity around how they started, the kudos I will give to them is that they still have an element of relentlessness in them. They still have a sense of belief in them, and they still have people championing as such. And the people that are doing that are us, the public. And we cannot exclude ourselves from those people. And the thing is, they say, if you find 10 men in trouble and you believe you have the pedigree to actually get them out of trouble, if 8 people have already made up their minds, doesn't really matter how many years you embark on that process, you can only save 2 people. I rest my mic for now.
Good morning again, everybody, and I want to say welcome to the headquarters of Anti-Justice. I'm going to piggyback on what Aristocrat said. Nobody is telling them they are doing the wrong thing. Jack, I think I started noticing you in the last 2-3 weeks maximum. In fact, I think I noticed Vengeance before I started noticing you. So I want to say, maybe you were under G, but I think the maximum I think you've been on this activism of justice for Mohbad is like maximum 1 month. So you don't know, for you to say that nobody is calling them out, telling them they are doing it the wrong way, it's not. Okay, it's not quite correct. I disagree with you 100% on that. Even to the hiring of Odumosu, Susan and I were there, and we told them no. Do not hire Odumosu from day one. So we said no. We need a son that can be of equal or greater than Falano. And of course, you know the result because they did not listen. So you know who is there. And even to the hiring of Sanshitu, I fought too against that. I went from a few platforms that I am welcomed. I told them, no, don't hire Sanshitu. I had even though I was against Odumosu, I had the privilege to talk to him. I get in touch with him. Or I buried the differences because I truly want justice for Mohbad. So I said, well, fine, we can work together even though I didn't want you to be employed for this job. So he said, Madam Victoria, blah, blah, blah. They sent me a list of the things he put together to do. And he said, they said there is no fund to carry out these things on the agenda. So I said to people, I said, instead of hiring or contracting Sanshitu, use that same money to fund Odumosu and let him carry out his agenda. Remember, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if you remember, they were like, no, okay, we fair Odumosu more, San Lafe, we don't want Odumosu, we don't. Let me tell you, Crunchy Queen got a pre-legal action from Odumosu. Crunchy Queen got a Crunchy Queen got a pre-legal action from Odumosu because how strongly she spoke against Odumosu and wanting Odumosu to step aside. That's why yesterday I told ITGAY that please do not interject. I'm only referencing it. You don't have to defend it. I told ITGAY that he was not being fair to Crunchy Queen because that is how she speaks. She wasn't being antagonistic to Light On. That is how she speaks. And we all know how heavily she spoke. And she got a legal action for that. For you to know and people to know that a lot of people are going through a lot under G. So people have spoken. After we know what and why Odumosu stayed, I'm not going to go into that, but I'll tell you we know why and what transpired. But no, the state did not listen because of the likes of people they call Mojisola Taiwo. I don't know what Mojisola Taiwo is to these people, Odumos to Sanshitu Muyiwa and stuff like that. I don't know what they are to her, but I know it's beyond TikTok. Okay, they employed or they contracted, what's his name, Sanshitu, and here we are. Sanshitu has not used his letterhead. Have you read anything from Sanshitu chamber? I only know Sanshitu. I don't even know what his chamber is called. Intentionally. It's not by stroke of chance. It's just because no. There are reasons, cogent reasons that are known to some of us. The reason why Sanshitu is not using his letterhead, why Sanshitu is not fronting anything, even though he's the lead team. Have you read in the last newspaper where they said the lead team, Odumosu, Monisola Odumosu, or Taiwo Odumosu? Have you read anywhere in any of the newspaper the name Sanshitu Alao Atikilo Tunjayeno? The other day, Aristocrat used Alao. I said, no, that's not his name. He said, it's one of his names. All we know is Sanshitu. What is the name of the chamber? I don't even know. Do you think it was just a chance? You think Komata? There are reasons in law. Everything is defined. Everything is purposeful, not by chance. They hired him. And here we are. He told us Darusha was one of the best key witnesses. And 3 things has been established. And some stupid idiots were here yesterday saying, one ṣiṣẹ́ gan, one ṣe takuntakun iṣẹ́. And my gentle brother said, give us 2. One ṣiṣẹ́ o. One ṣiṣẹ́. One ṣiṣẹ́. Ẹ̀dìyẹn ṣáà má wọrí. Tá bá ti gba justice tán, gbogbo àkáǹtì la máa ṣe pátápátá. Is that talk? Ṣọ́rọ̀ nìyẹn. Kí ló ṣe gan-an? Ṣe mọ̀ pé after so many long story, I'm raised by queen and king. Andy, Sele, Omomini Sele, I can try to just finger and poke your brain. Nonsense and useless people. Saying they're at work. If you're at work, why did you come to TikTok? I have 5 minutes break. Then it quickly, all this is, she could not say one thing. Then at the end of the story, she said, states has done their own autopsy. And we are working, our own is on the pipeline. She used the word pipeline. Our own is on the pipeline. That is all. They were able to say yesterday. So for you to say nobody has called them to order, you're my brother, I'm not going to use some words, but that's not correct. Absolutely not correct. We've been here through thick and thin. For us to be calling out Baba Mohbad, we didn't start there. We have where we came from. Okay? So that is what I am going to submit. On top of Yomi's matter, I am not endorsing Yomi at all. In fact, my not endorsing him was written on concrete yesterday. I think I had it on pencil before, but yesterday I wrote it on concrete and I cemented it that I will never endorse him for his responses to chairman yesterday and his nonchalant behavior. It sounds more of a dingbat to me. It sounds more like a dingbat to me now than ever before. So I'm not going to endorse him at all. But I am glad he finally put a nail on the GoFundMe coffin, because now they are crying and looking. Some of them are advocating not to go with Yomi, simply because everybody is now donating money to Yomi instead of the GoFundMe. To me, live and let's live. If bounce.
Ẹjọ́ ẹgbẹ́ kínní wa ẹja wa náà jẹ́.
Revive or revamp his career through the money of justice for Mohbad. Hey, so be it. Owó
tó wà lẹ̀ tó pín ṣẹlẹ̀. Owó tó wà lẹ̀ tó pín ẹja jẹ́. Ẹja jọ jẹ́. Let's chop it together.
Yomi has a great career, and justice for Mohbad is going to revive his career. That's fine. Yomi has some people he's feeding too. So one person less property is okay by me, but that Yomi is going to get a justice is absolutely no. But Yomi is going to revamp his career and probably employ some more people in the community, in the society, to come and act movie and remove some Oloshos and risers from the street. It's fine with me. He's only here to chop money. I absolutely have no problem, with that. No, I don't. But it's not going to get us justice. It's going to chop some money, establish his business, and hire people. And hiring people also means bringing something good to the community. That's a positive way of looking at it, and it's cool by me. Thank you.
Supreme Iron Lady.
for us to be able to be fighting like this as the anti-justice headquarters, we will need a SAN, and that SAN is around 25 million. After discount, we will need a soldier too that will be following the SAN to.
I will be the ITGAY Gorexi. I will be Gorexi. Yeah, Gorexi.
You will be the Gorexi on our side. Jack will be the vengeance on our side.
2,000.
I think I will be the Bookie Jesse on our side. Okay, we can. What will disputed diamond be?
Christmas. That is towards Christmas and nǹkan tó wà nílẹ̀ tó pín.
Ó tó pín, èmi náà fẹ́ ra ayé àti ẹjọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run ẹ wò ó ṣe fún mi o.
According to Baba, according to
Òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ni o, ohun tó bá ń dùn ní àtìlẹ́mí fẹ́ǹsì, Ọlọ́run ti ṣe dáadáa fún mi. I have a retirement car, I have a retirement home, I have jacuzzi, I have wig ìsọnù. The only thing tí mi tí ní ń sin ni yáàtì ìsọnù. So ẹjọ́ ẹ wò ó ṣe fún mi, mo fẹ́ ní yáàtì ìsọnù. Look at Mohbad. Kíni ìwọ picture mọ́ yẹn. Anyway, so I will mute my mic. Somebody else can take the floor. Thank you.
I want to even address my lovely young lady, Susie for Justice, if she's available. I'm not sure. Maybe she's asleep. Oh, she's awake. Hello, Susie. How are we doing?
Yes.
Hold on. I think I'm back now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, I was just changing my earpiece. I have too many of them. Sometimes when they run out of battery, I get the next one. So, Susie, what do you think we can do from this moment on? I know we all engage in. Hold on. I'm trying to do something here. Sorry, I'm disturbing my wife who's working from home. Okay, let me go upstairs. Yeah, Susie, as I was saying, and then obviously we've engaged on different platforms, different capacity and all that kind of stuff. And because you have a lot of useful things to say as well as Jack and every one of us, Paul, there are some salient points that will come from certain people that we can't discard, because when you mentioned this yesterday, I think I was still on the platform, whether it was there, I think it was there, I was still on the platform at the time, listening to that. So what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts in terms of the way forward? What can we do in either the presence of a foundation we're not in engagement with, or something of that same foundation nature that can also drive things forward? The more foundation we get on this course, the better, as long as the public are contributing money into it. We are being honest to the public and we're making progress. So what is your take at this point in time? Because I'd like to really hear from you now that the matter itself is still very hot. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. For me, if anybody have active foundation right now, if you want to bring it over, we get behind you, But I know African TV, he has been saying that his foundation is available. Is his foundation available to fight the justice, or his foundation is available for the museum? I don't know what his own is available for. If not, we can get behind Amen. Amen is an attorney, and is working on few petitions that need to go out probably by next week. We can get behind him, an aristocrat, then we can make use of them for now till pending when the other 2 or 3 foundation Aristo talk about is ready to get in, then we can get behind them to start. You know, that's my thinking.
So panelists, what are your thoughts on this crucial matter that we're discussing at the moment? Panelists, unmute yourselves and engage, please.
Okay.
Yes, let's hear from you.
Host, thank you everybody. Greetings to everybody. Can you please put me on a 10-minute timer? I want to value the time, please. Is that possible? Thank you very much. God bless you. Okay, let's do it like this. I'm going to start with Yomi Fabi. I think the reason why Yomi Fabi has a lot of attention, because if we want justice, we have to scrutinize ourselves sometimes. I think why he has attention now is because if we look at it very well, his involvement in justice for Mohbad has revealed the shortcomings of the public to a very large extent. What do I mean by shortcomings of the public? I'll give an example. For months, we have been saying there's nothing anybody can do without Baba Mohbad. That's the excuse we give ourselves. And this man came, because I'm not advocating for him though, but he came and he started doing things. He started taking actions, visible actions, without Baba Mohbad, to the point where even the family is a little bit shaken by his involvement, because he doesn't want to deal with the family 100%. If before this guy came, let's give ourselves the truth. Me, I follow certain platforms on this justice for Mohbad, because first I was following Ada Universe, because they were doing something concrete. They had a lawyer. The lawyer was coming to talk, but the support was minimal. After some time, I got on TikTok. I started following some platforms. I like Papariano platform. I go to J for Imole. I come to Sele. I go to Supreme Iron Lady. I go to Susie for Justice. I know her and Supreme Iron Lady from way back. So the thing is, look at this, our platform that we have. This 4 platform of Arios Nation. We have followers all these months, right? And sometimes people come up, give suggestions. Papariano goes and do research. He comes on live. He engages people. He tells us about the Constitution. He tells us what we can do without Papa. He tells us how we can function as a public without getting the family involved. But the thing is, despite all of these things, all his research, all the things that other panelists have profiled as solution, we never actually acted on anything. And that is why when Yomi Fabi came, he had this attention from everybody, justice, anti-justice, everybody paid attention to him, because he has an objective reality that he's working on. He might not give us justice, He might not be the Messiah supposedly, but we don't need a Messiah for justice for Mohbad. We don't need a Messiah. We need messiahs. So he's just one of what could be like 5. Now he's come with his foundation that is inactive or whatever. That is fine. But he has an objective reality that he is pursuing. If after everything we have spoken about for months, after everything Papariano told us, if we had an objective reality that we were pursuing before he came on board, he would just be like an addition. People just gonna be like, oh yeah, that's nice. We have an extension for justice for Mohbad. But now he has all this attention because we ourselves, we don't have any objective reality to pursue. Now, we don't expect Papariano to come, for example, and say, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We don't expect Papariano to come on live and say, my people, let's get a lawyer, let's find a foundation, let's do this. He will not do that because if he does that, whatever happens, it's going to be because he said it. And that is not how it's supposed to be. When he was saying all of these things, he was supposed to have like 10, 20, 30 people of his justice for Mohbad followers that will go behind the scene and say, Papa, what's up? Let's work. Let's do something. But we didn't do that. I'm just giving us a little scrutiny. I'm not saying we are bad people. I'm just saying we did some things wrong as well. And that is why we are here. Let me go somewhere else. African TV. He has been here with us for years, for months, sorry. Yeah, Daddy has been here. He has been doing everything. He has been with us. He has given submissions. He has given suggestions. But lo and behold, why did we not ever think that, okay, since Baba Mohbad said African TV did this and that, he doesn't want it. But we know that we can do things without this man's involvement. And African TV has a functioning foundation. Why did we not ever think that, come, let's support one of our own men? Sir, what can you do for us? Let's rally behind you. Can we get a lawyer for your foundation? Does your foundation already has a lawyer? We didn't do any of this. Some went to pay in the GoFundMe and came back and keep asking, what are we going to do? But what we're supposed to do is staring at us right in the face. African TV was here the whole time. He didn't get any freaking support. And then he got into some legal tussle and he's completely abandoned now. You see? So we ourselves, we are trying to do the right thing, but we don't want to take responsibility. We want to cling on false hope. We want someone to tell us that, yes, we get this justice, so that tomorrow we can come again and assemble and say, yes, we will get this justice. But if it's not false hope, do we have any objective reality that we are pursuing now? No. This family has let us down now. It's like they spat on our faces. But we can't even take action because we did not make any preparation. Papariano, if you know the thing, I keep going back to him because we would have achieved so much with him. I don't know why we didn't see it. Papariano for the last few weeks has been withdrawn. Not because he doesn't want justice anymore, not because he doesn't want to engage anymore, not because he doesn't want to do research anymore, but because everything that he has done for the last 10 months, there's no objective reality to pursue. So, and we all know we're not going to get justice from TikTok or any social media. Now, before my time is up, I'm going to try to talk a little bit of the solution as well. What is the solution? We already know the solution. We have to do what we didn't do the whole time. What Yomi Fabi is doing now is what African TV could have been doing 4 months gone, 5 months gone, 6 months gone. And maybe this inquest would have taken a different turn, but we didn't do any of that. We didn't support our own. We just said, Baba Mohbad doesn't want it. What can we do? What can we do? You can't really do anything without the family. You have to go through Baba Mubad. But Yomi did not go through Baba Mubad. He got close to them. He saw something. He withdrew. But he still pursued his objective. I know everything he's doing is maybe not by the books, but he's making visible moves. He's taking actions that people can see, both the people that support him and the people that don't support him. So the people that don't really support him, what we should do is that we should try to take a new leaf from anybody's book and do what we should have done since. When Other Universe went to get the lawyers for their foundation to represent a part of the public for justice for Mobile, they did not consult the father. Obviously, afterwards, they consulted the father, and they also realized this man doesn't want to get justice, because why are you refusing to work with a son that is representing the public? And we are still here today. We have to let the family know that this is not an Aloba situation. When it comes to Ileriolua, it is an Aloba situation. When it comes to Moba, it is a national situation, and to some extent, a global situation. People that are from the Western world, when they watch us sometimes on TikTok, I'm sure they laugh, because we don't have an objective reality that we are pursuing, and it's made Yomi Fabi come in and get a lot of attention. He has shown, oh shit, Fabi come in and get a lot of attention. He has shown, oh shit.
Let's, Mr. Gift, thank you very much. Let someone else take the floor for a minute.
Yes, thank you.
I want to especially Gift 90. You have been a strong, I have noticed you for a very long time, as a matter of fact, way back then. And you have been a strong supporter of Other Universe. Yes, I do notice that. But I also have to tell you that it is not because we all think or thought nothing can be achieved except through Baba Mubad. No. We knew we don't need Baba Mubad to do some things. But some things, yes, we do need Baba Mubad. And Yomi Fabi is coming in at the tail end of things. Yomi Fabi will not tell you today that he needs to go and do an autopsy or anything. I do not want to cross paths or talk down on what he's doing, because every little bit that anybody can do, it's okay. And when it comes to the monetary aspect of it, I've told you how I feel. Yomi Fabi is not going to bring anything on the table that is concrete or that can bring justice. He's only going to come with one or two informations already known. We already knew the distance from Moba's house to the hospital. We knew that. I gave it maximum to Perez 15 minutes. And we knew that there was no Okada in that neighborhood. That's my neighborhood. It's called Etiosa local government. I know the place very well. So the only thing that is because he did not come through ARIES. He came through the people that knows how to scam. He came through the platform and from Lagata and Co. that really knows how to Olo Toilu or Tailu ni. And when they come, I don't know if you watched him yesterday when Sherman was there, the way he was talking, he will go and bring the plaque on the wall. This is me, showing us picture, showing him, hello. OJCC got a lot of award. He still went to jail. So because he got that award in 1900, does not mean that that award is still valid as of today. How many people have been awarded and ended up in jail? Bill Cosby is still in jail. He got so many awards. So showing his Mumu followers a plaque. This is me. The president put a medal on my neck. So the Olympic medal, the other guy that ran Olympic, what year was that? The first, was it 100 or 400? He's been charged for rape. He's still in jail. What about R. Kelly? R. Kelly is still in jail, serving 30 years. And he got many awards in the musical industry that he had a handshake with how many presidents? So, I want to see a black award Tofin Kolomio Beje. I want to continue to. Nonsense award. There's this doctor in Nigeria they said the OB-GYN doctor in Nigeria, something Taiwo. He's in jail now. He has so many awards that he posted on his office, but then he will be recording those women when they come for pap smear and stuff like that. So I want one award, who award that be Kiniton frame Kolomi Obeje. I beg a shift. It's just big, and the people that you and me is wooing, as in WOOING, wooing are the illiterate. Shame me I want to call me up right now, because President Clinton puts a medal on your neck. I'm endorsed by United States of America and United Nations. They awarded me, and they say go into the world and multiply. Really? So the only reason he's accepted is because it's not coming from us, one. Two, because everybody, not everybody, some people or a lot more people now can see that Baba Mohbad and his team are doing jack. Nothing. They are all after money. So more people are now singing the same Oritimo Dasile, the song, the hymn, we cannot put Dasile in English. Oritimo Dasile, that was Dasile last January. Nobody sang along. More people are now singing now. That is why everybody would be, you will hear people say, ARIES yẹn ó dẹ̀ sọ o, ARIES dẹ̀ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ń gbà yẹn o, ARIES dẹ̀ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ń gbà yẹn o. That's what they are singing now. But shame is not letting them come out of their closet. January, when we told them they needed a son. Victory, that for the Victory, don't send those people that distract me. It's not even for me. Because for me now, it should be a good distraction. It's not even for me. That's not good distraction. Anyway, good morning, DJ Bro. Anyway, so more people are now singing the song now. More people are beginning to be more enlightened. That is why. Otherwise, there's absolutely nothing Yomi is doing. Absolutely nothing Yomi can do. Nothing other than hey, yeah, thank you. That's my life. Thank you very much, my sister. God bless you abundantly. So that is now what it makes it looks like. Looks like more people are listening to Yomi. It's not because Yomi, there's absolutely nothing Yomi can do. If Yomi have to do anything now, even if he has the best evidence at hand, what he can do is give it to the police or give it to the Baba's team. And you give it to the police, same. You give it to Baba, same. Both parties don't want justice. For Yomi to have someone at the inquest now, he will have to start through the process of getting a son, which he doesn't have. He does not have one. His skill and foundation is not active. It's not active. All he was saying yesterday are just jargons. So his foundation is not active. And I don't think he will be paying a lawyer to be in there with an inactive foundation. So he's going to first of all go contract a lawyer, maybe 15 million, maybe 10 million. Then he has to apply for old CTC, new CTC, in order so that his son or his lawyer will not look dumb when he gets to the inquest. So, and this case has gone far. So there's really nothing Yomi can do other than get the money to get his bus. He wants to buy a bus now for the foundation so that there will be ease of transportation from Ikorodu to Aja. Nice. Oh, okay. And people will donate. That one too is nice. It's all about what Yomi can get. And I absolutely do not have problems with that. No. But when it comes to the nitty-gritty and justice for real, there's nothing Yomi can do. Nothing. Most he can raise the awareness, yes, just like VGM, very dark VGM, just like what Sele is doing, Papariano is doing, and just the same thing Comfy is doing. It's just that Comfy is mad. And she does not know how, she doesn't know how to do positive. She's doing the negative and dragging. No. But you can creating awareness is all Yomi can do. There's creating awareness. It's all you can do. So, hold on, sir. So we should just, when we want to give our submission, we knew. But as at then, when we wanted to do the autopsy and toxicology in January, there's no way a foundation can do that without the consent of the family. Okay, there's absolutely no way. Susan have a private investigator. We have a private investigator on ground in Nigeria. Yes, we do. Susan has one that she paid for. So Yomi lè ṣe tó wà spectacular. And I remember when they went to Berekete, here comes Sele again. Let me mock him a little bit again. He kept saying it back then. There's nothing there. But no, that was the period they dragged me and said I planted somebody in Baba's house. I did this, I did that. There's nothing Berekete can do. If Berekete cannot do anything, how much more Yomi? Yomi kere papa. Yomi kere. Because in Kotoleshe, with the protest he did, Nika did a better one. The protest he did is Mekoni rice at jollof rice. It did that silly. Rice and jollof rice was the end of the story with the protest they did. Oh, the best thing is. So,
you're putting me to sleep.
Okay, why? I talk loud. I'm not boring.
Let's hear from Thunder.
Fire them.
Before you go, Thunder, let me quickly drop something in on what Gift 90's submission. And that's why I'm a bit on edge. So that way I can fall asleep if I want to. Gift 90, you spoke well. And there's one thing I've noticed over the last 3 months. And it's unfortunate that everybody seems to be distancing themselves from that process and don't want to discuss it and don't want to be honest and don't want to actually put their opinion in it. And Gift 90 did mention something about African television. African television is the first person on the planet of Justice for Mohbad that has any semblance to do with foundation. He enlightened the CEO about the benefit of a foundation, surrounded himself with the children of the devil incarnate without realizing. He dined with the devil. The devil hijacked the dining table and they shoved a very hot fork in his throat. and he ran away with his tail between his legs. Translation of that is actually that foundation has actually been a foundation from the outset. But when people on the ground realize that a foundation takes over, it actually means public will have to dictate the process, public will put their money in it, and the public will have a voice. When they realize that this process is not going to work, Gorexie was the first one, the number one devil, the devil himself, that jumped ship and went over to the other and whispered in Baba says, and say, if you do what that guy is trying to do, you know that you cannot become a millionaire. I can make you a millionaire if you work with me. Baba said, what do you mean? He said, okay, we need you to do this. Before you know it, Muyiwa was on the scene, and the rest of it became history. You see, these people have learned that if you allow the foundation to take over the process from the complainant then inadvertently become sidelined, which means that you now have to listen to the public. You now only have to be a page boy. We only need to see your face. If you want to speak, we probably won't take you seriously. Maybe we would have actually gone somewhere. And the reason why we haven't gotten anywhere till today, even with Yomi, we're only going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He has done a great job, as Supreme Iron Lady has stated earlier, that at least he has hijacked the money, the tap that has been bleeding money profusely into GoFundMe, bleeding money profusely into Wema Bank, bleeding money profusely into Access Bank. At least he's managed to sort of like channel that pipeline in a different direction. It is now up to the public to now bring Yomi to books in terms of transparency, in terms of accountability. Yomi has already said it doesn't have to be transparent yesterday in few words, and it doesn't have to be accountable in few words. I'm not trying to discredit him, his own words. He said it. We saw it live, Koro Ice, and we can play it to him again later in this life that we are living and this journey we've embarked upon. So Gift Night is not as if foundations haven't been there. So maybe I'm sorry, Yomi, if I get the name correctly, Brekete has been there, and various other people, foundations have been on this course. Now, the course that Mr. Joseph Alopa is following is a course for glory, is a course for him glorifying the Lord for the death of his son, that the glory that he believes belong to him, hallelujah, 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 has suddenly arrived. All those years he's been praying up the mountain, his prayers has eventually been answered. So, put it that way, it is where we are with this whole process. And the more foundation we have, the merrier, because there's enough money to be shared. You see, we are sharing money. That is God. All the money you guys are sharing profusely. There is God. Yeah, what's her name? BJ will say, all the money you guys are sharing profusely. There is God. Anyway, we have to lighten things up a bit. Carry on, guys.
That is the bone of contention. Thunder.
Good morning, good afternoon. I personally had African television on my platform one day last week, and 3 times I made him confirm that he says that he is our new public lawyer. I have the recording. I can bring it out. I did forget to do that. But I back African television for a lot of reasons, to be honest with you. One thing I don't care about him, and I did confront him about it, is his aggressiveness and his yelling, cussing, that kind of thing. It's not professional to me. But that aggressiveness is needed in this case. I don't see where he's done anything wrong as a foundation at all. He hasn't taken money from anyone. He hasn't even asked for anything. He doesn't need money to get a car to go to Mr. Aloba's house. He just drove a bike there that he was degraded for. I don't understand. He hasn't done anything wrong. I back African television, and I think that we should all back him because he can fight for this case. He's got that aggressiveness in him. He's not going to be kissing Mr. Aloba's ass. I know that for sure. So we don't have to worry about that end of it. Anything that he does is not going to be going back to Mr. Aloba. It'll be going to wherever he thinks it needs to go. But I personally back African television. Despite his attitude, unprofessionalism, he's been attacked a lot throughout this year. And he's still standing. And he's still fighting through to get to do what he can for Mobad. Everything that he can, and I back him. And from the outside looking in, y'all are in Nigeria. I'm here in the United States watching, listening, learning. And the best person that I've seen so far is African television. He has his foundation put together. We don't need someone that we have to put their foundation together for them. African television already has it. He has the lawyers. He has what we need. He only needs us to back him. And I think we all need to do that. I tried to invite him twice already. He's not coming. But I think he needs us. He needs us to back him. He can't do this all by himself. You know, foundation needs people to back them. And if we want justice for Mobad, what do we have to lose? Are we going to rely on Yomi? I don't want to rely on that person because I saw his defensiveness yesterday was appalling, and it worried me. I'm like, whoa, that's the last person I'm going to follow. I don't want to follow that man. His whole platform is very, very toxic. Attacking anyone who doesn't agree with what he says, that's terrible. A foundation has to have an open mind and be able to listen to what everyone has to say. But African television is tops on my list. And I think that we all should back him. Thank you very much.
So thank you very quickly, Thunderfire. You see, God works in a very mysterious way. That was going to finish my my submission earlier, and that is the bit I said we don't want to address and people don't want to talk about. And I'm glad that I wasn't the one that brought it up. I wanted to bring us to the realization that foundation is actually being offered, it's been out of the process, and it's been rejected. Now, having said that, Thunderfire, this question is for you. If we right now decide to work very closely with African television and we endorse him, we all know that foundation needs to be funded, and we know that out of Nigerians, the general public's generous donation will go a very long way. If we do so, do you think the Nigerian public, given what they know about what is transpired between African television and Baba, and a case that is still looming in court right now, do you think the public will be kind to forgive African television about how they feel about him to contribute money towards his foundation? Do you think so? Just a question from me.
Well, first of all, does African television need forgiveness? He didn't do anything to need forgiveness. And there's only a small portion that's backing Mr. Aloba. This is not about Mr. Aloba. This is about the public. African television has agreed to represent the public, not Mr. Aloba. This has nothing to do with him. And everyone needs to know that. So many people seem to think they're going to get their justice from Mr. Aloba. That's totally wrong. I know how it works. I'm in the same case here. I can never get justice from me. It has to be from the state. It's in the state's hands. And a foundation for the public. That's how we gain our power back. And we don't need every single person, Mr. Oloba's team, to back Africa Television. There's plenty of us right here. Yeah, he doesn't need any forgiveness. He's done nothing wrong.
Thank you for that. I will sort of like keep reshaping it. Not that you haven't answered the question properly. You have answered it to the best of your ability and intelligently, to say the least. So where I am, and the reason why I asked the question is simply that a foundation of any fraction in all guises will definitely lean upon the support of the public. Even Red Cross will reach out to us everywhere in the world, and people who are kind and actually support their vision and their quest and the work they're doing for mankind will definitely donate money. So my question remains that will the public support him? One. And if the public are not, the Nigerian public will not supporting you as a clamoring behind Yomi at the moment, maybe even switching away from GoFundMe set up by Mr. Aloba, you can actually see that it may seem as if the public are easily persuaded. You almost need to understand that it is your presentation sometimes speaks for you, then your character, and it could be your character first that speaks for you, and your presentation can be rubbish, but because your character is exemplary and speaks very well, and you carry yourself intelligently, you carry yourself beautifully, you carry yourself in the most humane way, and you feel for the spirit and the souls of people who are troubled. When the public feel that passion within them, they warm towards you. What has African television done wrong? The thing is that before we got divided, we were all one. Before we became Team Justice and Team, what's the other one? Lack of justice or whatever, anti-justice, the rest of it. We were all one. We were together. And we were still sort of like, before we got divided, before we start crusading that it is wrong to keep putting money into a pot and not actually seeing results, 100% the public was behind that process. Even when the whole thing divided, the public was still behind GoFundMe. Yomi is there now. The more foundation that we have on the ground that is credible, the more processes and avenues that we have to fight this injustice. But my question still remains, will the public listen to African television? As African television carried themselves in a noble way, in a just way, in sort of like, how can I even put it, the most subtle way that you can actually reach and touch people's hearts. When we say don't do this, it does that. When he decides to do what he wants to do, he self-destructs everywhere. Up until last week or 2 weeks ago, he's still on platform, numbnuts, screaming, shouting, cursing people. And the people you are cursing are the same people that will still endorse you. The thing is, how do you actually, let me finish this one. Let me finish this particular one.
The people he's cursing are the people attacking him.
Listen very carefully. You
talk too long. You're making me sleepy.
He's being public. Even if the people he's attacking is sort of like our biggest critics. These are the examples people are going to look at to kind of look and measure you. And why is it up till today, people still come on platform to platform and nobody seems to be taking the plea or the comment very seriously? Why should we not be asking ourselves that? I don't have anything against African TV, he's my man. But if I have to be human about it, I have to say it from my point of view as a normal man on the streets.
It can't be always your point of view. What I see from the outside looking in is every single one of you Nigerians take something good and turn it bad. I see something good and I want to keep it good. African television is only attacking those who are attacking him. And I would do the same thing. You attack me, I'm coming for you. And I like that aggressiveness of him. He can fight the fight. And it's not about the sniper. It's not about picking favorites. I dislike African television for some time because of his anger. But he need to control it. If he can get people to back him, he would be that person we need him to be. But he's been being attacked from day one. I would have that kind of an attitude as well. Stop taking that something good and turning it bad. That's what I see what's happening in Nigeria. Every single thing every good thing that comes along, you turn it bad. Every time you downgrade. Look what ARIES went through. Look what everybody who comes into this case has gone through shit. And they're made to look bad. They're not bad. You know what I mean? I am not going to judge Yomi too much, but I didn't like his defensiveness yesterday, which makes me not want to back him because of it. It looks like he got something to hide. African television has never looked like or acted like he had anything to hide. And if we want to go back in time, we can go back to ARIES as the one who fired African television. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? For what reason, though? We didn't get a reason. So African television didn't even get a chance. But he's got everything that we need. Are we going to start from scratch, go around looking for another foundation to see whether they're a scam or not a scam? We already know African television is not a scam. He's been here. He's been fighting the fight. That's what we need. Please stop downgrading something that's good. Thank you.
Yeah. This is my last take on it. My last take on it. My final one on this is that we should. My advice to African television is that as much as so many people are going to be advocating on your behalf, comment section, every platform you go to, everybody's saying about African television. I think it will be useful if you're listening for you to do the formal engagement yourself, promote yourself, allow the public to engage with you, and don't go off on one when people ask you questions you don't like. Thank you.
Yeah, that's true. Good morning, guys.
Please, can I say someone, please? Yeah, I thank you, Sam 23, and thank you, Tony Fire and the ITGAY. My take in this will be this, and I just want everybody to understand. It's not like anybody's trying to push anybody forward or to suggest anyone. But the truth is this: me personally, I've watched everyone, the body language, what they say with their mouth and everything, and look, I think the public, they need to change the way, or some people among the public, they need to change the way they think and the way they go about things, and the behavior they need to change, especially the Nigerians, to be honest. Because if you look at this man, what this man has done so far in this Justice for Mohbad's case movement, this man has done this Justice for Mohbad good. That is all he has done so far. He hasn't done anything to even warrant anybody to raise their voice or to curse him or anything. When I look at those, because personally, and again, let me quickly, before I move forward with this submission, Supreme Lady, I appreciate you, and I appreciate your submission the other time. And again, first, I want you to know something. I've been, since when since the day I heard that Mohbad died, I've been following this thing, the case from last year. So it's not like I just came up, or I just started coming up. I've never even made a comment. You'll never see me go any comment section to even say a word. I don't go. I just stay outside and listen. So, and because I've seen people's position, I've seen everybody's position already was to follow Aloba. Everybody's position was to idolize him. Everybody's position was Baba is the father of disease. So I just shut myself. I just said, no, I'm not gonna, until, there's a level things get to, and then everybody will begin to see things by them. At that point, you don't need to convince anybody. Otherwise, I know people, I know Nigerians, to be honest. They're gonna slap you, they're gonna throw shit at you, they're gonna throw jabs, they're gonna curse your father, mother, just because what you're saying, they can't comprehend it, they can't fathom it. So that's just by the way. So I've been following the case right from day one. I may not know everything into toe because of maybe what they said at the inquest, whatever. Because I'm not interested in inquest. So that's the reason why I don't even read the citizen, because it's a waste of time. So I wouldn't do that. So now, African TV, if you ask me, as of today, the only person that has got good mind, good intention, integrity. You see, integrity is very important. Integrity is very, and look, let us not worry ourselves too much about whether the public, who are the public? We are the public. We're talking here, the public. Whether we are going to embrace him, whether they're going to embrace him, look, his work will speak for itself. Those that follow me, his work will speak for them. They will, by themselves, take a position when it gets to a certain stage. Look, you can be fooling people every time. But one day you can be fooling people today, tomorrow. But you see, one day is going to come. You won't be able to fool them anymore. It's just going to be one thing that will just, look, it's not like people, you pack people in a room and you shut the room and there is no light. The whole place is dark. Nobody will know who is there. None of them can identify. From outside, you can't know who is there. Until somebody, if you want outsider to see you in a very dark place, crowd, what happens? Immediately there is light. Then everybody will begin to see clearly. Oh, you are here. Oh, you are here. You are here. You are here. So everybody will see. So we will see for ourselves. Let the work speak for themselves. Therefore, for itself, the work will speak for itself. We don't even need to bother ourselves whether they will. If everybody, it doesn't matter. We don't need everyone, the whole Nigeria or the whole world to embrace him for now. By the time he starts his work, and then people begin to see what he's doing, the steps he's taking, and the solution and the result, that will speak for itself. That will speak for him. That man, as a Thunderfire said, he's got the aggressiveness. You need aggressiveness. Aggressive lawyers are the only lawyers that make a mark. Lawyers that are not aggressive, the judge will intimidate them. The judge will cow them into silence. I have seen thousands of those kind of instances. So it's not about being a son. So as a foundation, you need aggressive, reliable, credible. I'm still looking for one person that will come out and say, that man has taken a penny from them. Nobody. Yet, they keep calling this man names. Do you know, I never noticed until the day Paparano brought it up on his platform. And that was the day we knew the truth. A guy on Paparano platform ran to Latisne platform because one guy said, oh, he's from Latisne, he knows everything, and he's going to go and ask him how you come back. And one guy, a very investigative, minded guy, he went with him and recorded everything and came back. And we heard from this man, Latisne himself, saying with his own mouth that everything originated from him. The 70-30 origin, he googled it and everything emanated from him. So what are you people still crying for? So what has this man done to anyone? He has done nothing but good. This man he said he literally advised Papa Mohbad not to dab into music. That it is wrong for you to go into music, that this is not the time. Don't do it. But this man was so hell-bent on doing music. Papa Mohbad is not a baby. He wouldn't have put a chain around his neck and tie him down. He let him be, he allowed him. But he told him again, this music, you are just rehearsing, practicing. He told even the producer, on no account should you make any effort to release this music to the public, to officially release it. Did they listen to him? No. You see, let me tell you something. You see the reason why Baba Mohbad and his legal team and Goresi and Miwa, they can't work with that man. And the reason why most people have problem with that man is this. That man is a CEO. That man has the mindset of a CEO, of the boss, somebody calling the shots. And that is the kind of person you need to get Mohbad justice. Somebody that Lagos State government, the police will not just cow into silence. Somebody that a group of people cannot just go and walk him into silence. Ask him to shut up and he will shut up. No. African TV is the man that will come out and brief the public everything that is going on. He will be the man that will come out and say, our legal team, brief the public. Let them know what is going on now in this case. We have filed a petition. Police are not, they don't want to approve it. He is that kind of a man that will come out boldly and do that. Not a man that is telling you that when chairman asks him a question, a simple question, what is your blueprint? What is your blueprint to deliver justice for Mohbad? Look at what this man was talking about. How he went to measure the distance and then how he plans to be staging protests at inquest. Inquest that is zero already, that is foundational problem. Inquest that is like a joke. That man could tell you people. And the people, you see, that's the thing. Those kind of people, they sell their market sells. Their market sells because they are in the midst of morons. They are in the midst of people whose IQ is below zero. They are in the midst of people that have been paid. Look at the way all of the panelists were trying to attack this man yesterday. Is it the defensiveness of the man himself? Is it the way he became agitated, the way he became unsettled? But those dumb heads, they are there chanting, clapping for this man. African TV, if you ask me, unless there is another foundation that comes up tomorrow that will say, oh, let's use it, is the best for this job now. The same way you need you need mad people to counter. It's only mad people that can face Lagos State government and the police. Oh, you think it's one gentleman that's going to be? No. Gentleman, nah, they're going to fuck you up. They're going to mess you up. They are mad people. The people in Nigerian government, they are mad people. They are crazy, mad people. So you need someone who is sick and mad like them to face them, to make them do the right thing. I mean, not that African TV has got the power to make them do the right thing, but with us, the public, the voice of the public outcry, queuing behind him, backing him up, he will get the job done and he's going to deliver. Integrity is key. If you don't have integrity in 1,000 naira, there is no way you can have integrity in 1 million naira. If they give you 1,000 naira to manage, and you have failed to account for it, and you have failed to show that you are a man of integrity, there is nothing good that can come out of you in life. Not even at this moment, in life. So those that want to follow him, let them follow him. Follow him and contribute profusely now, so that you can cry profusely later. Laugh now and cry later. That is what is going to end them. But African TV, this man has done nothing wrong. I have read his body language every time. It's because he's a CEO. That's why nobody can control him. You people cannot just it's not a man that you can just push around. get that right. We need to understand that. That's why that man is standing his ground every time. All the qualities this man have got it. Forget the fact that he may have anger issue. That's even the kind of person you need here. You need a man that look. I've looked at a magistrate in her office, and I said to her, because you don't want to do the right thing, because you want to take side with the suspect now, because you want to do the wrong thing. I told the magistrate to her face that you are going to, at the end of the day, you will be. I told her, I said, heads will roll. At the end of the day, many of you will go down on this case. That is boldness. What can she do to me? Nothing. Because she has heard already. She's on the wrong path already. You need someone like African TV, a man that is we get crazy for head. A man that no go agree. Not like Yomi. That guy talks too much. Everything he says is just by mouth. And it was the same thing, the same way Baba Mubad was able to deceive the public, deceive everybody. You took his word, thinking that he meant the word, thinking that he means the word. He wants to get his son justice. No. His body language, actions, they betrayed him, but you people never wanted to look that way. The same thing with Lagos State government. They told you, because we have exhumed Mohbad's body, so now people, we are going to ensure that justice is done in this case. And everybody just took their word for it. Nobody was looking. Look at this process they're putting up. The process, is it correct? Is it right? They want to get him justice, but are they doing the right thing? No. Clearly no. So please, you need someone that is aggressive and credible to get Mohbad justice. Not one dummy. I yield.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jack. Psalm 23, you're welcome.
I'm a little bit busy right now. You guys can go ahead. I'm listening, please. But everything so far sounds good. Yeah, please.
I think my own take on African TV is so far he hasn't shown me any reason for me to doubt him. I think I can ask him, I can access him anytime. I can ask him critical questions. I don't think he looks underground to me. So yeah, it's better to get started. I think those that stopped his motion at the beginning, we know the likes of Lagata at the beginning, we know what they stand for now. So it's not bad for us to give him a chance. At least he knows everything. It's time to work. Maybe he can start from suing the police. He can also start from this, like trying to loosen up the conspiracy of the inquest. I'm sure we can be able to get, in fact, if the police can start their work, we can start from there. So yes, let's give him a try. It's not going to cost us too much than what has cost us in the last 374 days. Anyways, thank you so much, everybody. Today is Friday. Let's see. The sniper.
Yeah,
Good
I have
to
to come up.
Morning.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have to come up to talk, give my own scent again on this African TV Buaha, right? I've always said the more the merrier. If African TV want to go into this, why not? It should go into this. But one thing we need to understand is the same way some of us are against Yomi, that same way some of the public will be against African TV. We need to understand that. All right. The same way we're saying this man has not done something wrong, anything wrong, rather, that's the same way some people think he's done something wrong. For me, it should come in, the sky is big.
So why not? The more the merrier. He has some things he might want to do, but I think it should just be able. I think he should be able to, listen more and not argue. At times, yeah, your presentation has a problem. All right. There's no much difference between Yomi and African TV as regards the way they behave, the way they go defensive when you ask them certain questions. I was on a platform a couple of weeks ago. I think he was engaging Bossman, and Bossman asked him question regarding whatever it is they signed. Bossman was telling him, somebody signed, maybe his lawyer signed for Baba Mubad and signed for one person, signed for two different people. And I'm like, how is that possible? That's raised eyebrow. That's a question mark. Why would one person sign for two people? Do you understand? And it became a bit of that. Something was not clear there, and he got angry. He dropped that very day. So all of these things, yeah, you need to question some things. And again, I don't like talk and do, in the sense that you say you want to do this thing, the moment people you think are with you are not going in your direction, then you break. Take for example this thing that you wanted to do. I think the tribute is made a lot of noise regarding that. You knew Baba Moba wasn't backing down. What were the things you were doing in case this man don't back down? But at the end of the day, you came up canceling it. You should have foreseen that. You should know that this man is going to do something. So the fact that you back down has given me another reason to doubt. Like you're just a talk and do. You must always be prepared for fights. Most especially, this man has come out to say, listen, I'm going to sue you, I'm going to do that. You should be ready, stand your ground. Once you can't stand your ground, then you're pushover, like people will ride you. I listen to that's what I'm saying. This Yomi, I don't trust him, but this guy said he wants to do stuff. No matter how much people have condemned him, he's still standing his ground. Like I'm listening to him on a platform now, and he's cracking me up. He's giving me jokes. Like people are listening to him, they're cheering him up. I believe this man is just trying shit. Do you understand? But that doesn't mean I'm not going to tell him to go or not to try. He should try. When he gets there, and if he can't succeed, he's going to come down. He's going to come back. And people will open their eyes. People don't want to open. Don't teach them how to open their eyes. When they're ready, they would understand that this man that we've been following has just been a piece of whatever. And I've always said I don't trust him, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to give him a chance. Let him do what he wants to do. Same with African TV. Do I think he's going to succeed if he tries this thing? No, I don't. But why not? I'm going to give him a chance. So let's not condemn anybody for anybody. Let's embrace everyone. Let everybody go to the battlefield. They are coming from different NGOs. Let them try. Let them do whatever they want to do. And we'll wait for the results. If they succeed, it's a plus. If they don't, not a barricade, they tried. He failed. I said Olori Ebi was that guy's name. The man in Ibadan. He tried. He failed. So if African TV goes into this party and he fails, it's not going to change anything. Same with Yomi. Everybody should try. So let's not condemn A for B or B for A. Let everybody go to the battlefield. Who is going to die should die. Who is going to succeed should succeed. All right. So let's not be divided. I just know some people, majority of the public would never follow African TV. We know that. The people that will go against African TV is more than those that will support African TV. Even on this, our so-called side, there are loads of people that wants to support African TV, whether we like it or not. So let's just embrace everyone. Let's give everyone a chance. I yield my mic again. The sniper, I want to say something quickly. You see, I want to say something. You've spoken well. You see, let me say something here. You see, the question of whether someone is going to get support, that will be answered. You see, how it's going to be answered is this. Let me say this. If Yomi and the people that endorse him, when Yomi is working, let's say Yomi is working now, good. African TV is working now. Look, if African TV, I'm just saying, or Yomi, let's say Yomi for instance, if Yomi is able to deliver the so-called justice, if somebody, if you're in the right direction, it is easy for people to know. One, thing like this, one huge thing, one breakthrough or one big lead, once you land it, you will see everybody, because all everybody wants is justice for Mohbad. I'm not talking about those people that have been paid, PRs, those people that are working against justice. I'm talking about people that want justice for Mohbad now. So all everybody wants is justice. So let's watch all of them. Let everybody support whoever they want to support. Personally, me, I give my support to African TV, but I still give my support to anybody that wants to try. To be honest, the only thing is you're not gonna get a cover from me. You're not gonna get nothing. So all you're just gonna get is just me watching you. That's all. So the thing is this: when they get to a point, the public will clearly see what each actor, what each NGO foundation, what they're doing, and they will be the one that will react. Either they align themselves with Yomi, or those behind Yomi will realign themselves, or we align themselves with African TV. So one will definitely happen, because everybody can see, we all can see, we watch. That's what we do. We're gonna watch, and whoever that is delivering, I tell you, even if it is Yomi, it's gonna, at that point, it's gonna have my 100% support. So it's all about delivery. Who can deliver? Justice is what we want. It doesn't matter who gives it to us. As we're talking now, if anybody can bring up another foundation now that we don't even know at all, I'll be very much happy to embrace that person. For as long as we can scrutinize this person, look at what he has done before, or look at his personal life. What has he done? Because look, anybody that, if you don't have integrity in your personal life or in whatever that you have done in the past, don't expect that such a person will the person just find his integrity on the road overnight. They say charity begins at home. If you don't do charity in your own house, you can't do it outside. You need to imbibe that culture first. So you don't have integrity, it is not in your DNA. For life, it can never be there. Those are things that people don't just have. They don't just pick up on the road. It must be in you first before you can exhibit it, before you can extend it in every other thing you do. So that's just what I'm saying. The work, the result will speak for itself. That's it. As you have said, let everybody support whoever they want to support. But the cocoa is anybody can support anybody. All they all need is just public voice. Public voice. Mohbad's hope is in public voice. No other person, not even African TV, not Yomi. His only hope is us, the people. The people who appointed or who appoints the state. And that is why the state will be forced to listen to whoever that is acting on behalf. So if African TV or Yomi, with the legal team, they're acting on our behalf, requesting the police, requesting the government to do the right thing, to do something, to give people justice, the government has no choice but to give it. If they don't give it, they know what's going to happen. The people will turn their back against them, and they're going to have problem. So that's the whole thing. It's not that Yomi has nothing to offer us. African TV has nothing to give us. But they've got something to give us, to give justice for Mohbad, with the backup of the public outcry, public voice. That's all. They just want to work for us. They're just like servants. We are the one that will do the job. Because if they are working and we are not helping them to cry out to the public, to the government, then their effort will be in vain. Because the government will just slap them like, who the fuck are you guys? Get the fuck away. They will lock them up. They can do whatever. But the more they know that the public voice is backing them, that is the all in all. That is all. I yield.
Thank you so much. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. What I just want to say is that I have tried as much as possible not to weigh in your comments. Let me just say comment on your Mefabi's case. And but the last time I said something little about what he's doing, I only just said that for me, I don't think he can do anything based on my own deep understanding of my own knowledge. Yeah, about the case.
Now, these are my observations and these are my concern, about Yomi Fabiyi. Now, Yomi Fabiyi for me is only doing Aluta. He's doing more of Aluta than the foundation. And we all know what Aluta means. So many of us we know what Aluta means, trying as much as possible to have dialogues, he wants to broker dialogue. That he wants to exert, and that's why you see him doing more of protests, than any other thing. Doing more of protest and this and that. Most those things are done by those that are like, that are Luther inclined. They say they're activists, whatever. But then, so my concern is that, for the past, few times that he has spoken, he said he has a team. Now, we don't know his team. I don't know if it is necessary or for us to be concerned about who his teams are, but then he said with his mouth that, he knows, he has a team. And for what I have observed, his team are not, they are still the people within, the Justice for Mohbad folds, they are still their folds, and it's not saying maybe he has, some different set of people outside the Justice that he's going to be working with, and all like that. And what gave me this conclusion is that, when you say you are not, you are a foundation, and you are being invited by the Commissioner of Police to talk about this and that, and at the end of the day, the photograph you took, after you have, spoken, I'm still finding that, I'm still finding the same people you did just for Mohbad as part of the group photograph. You understand what I mean? So to me, it makes me conclude that these are your team members, because those are the people that followed you there. There is all of them are known faces. As the people that that are involved photographed are known faces. So it's still that okay. The people that forms your team members are still the just from Mohbad, which makes me worry. And the concern is that now he's not going to be entering the coroner courts. He's not going to be in the courts. That's another thing again. The last time that, which happens to be his first time, when I mean first time, physically being present and being involved, he wasn't in the courts. So I don't know how he's going to get information, how he's going to, fine, they might tell him, but, when you yourself, you are involved, you are there, you are present, it makes more sense to me, and you are not in the courts to even hear people, their testimonies. You are not there to even filter the judge, the magistrates, the lawyers, and all of those things. You are not there. Now, the second one that he wants to do right now is doing it at Ikeja, which is far away from the venue as well. So definitely you are not still going to be in the inquest as well the second time. So it makes me worry that, okay, what else? What are you actually fighting for? So that's why I said he's just doing a Luther thing, organizing protests and all. And when he sees that maybe there's an avenue for him to have a discussion with maybe the police or whoever, then he's going to get, maybe he's going to come in that angle. So you are not going to be in the first inquiry, you're not in the first inquiry, the second inquiry. And so now, when you now want to address the case, you now want to analyze the case, the issues and all of those things, who are the people that are going to give you credible information? Is it the same people that I saw on the group photograph, who are still part and parcel of member of the Just for Mobile, that we have seen in many times that whatever thing they bring out is not credible. You understand? It is not credible. We are not. We fault most of them. You know, in the things they say that okay, when they go to the inquest, the thing they say is different from what you know, and we have seen their antecedents in the past. So to me, I that is where I don't even rate whatever thing he's doing. I'm not against him, but you know, this is my own opinion. You know, I don't rate the things, you know, as in that angle. As far if you are saying that you have a team, maybe you are bringing your own team, your own team. And even if you want to have people in, you know, that wants to work volunteer for you, maybe not even volunteer right now, you know, work, you know, in key, you know, positions, in being a part of your team member. Yeah, definitely do that. But we have not even seen any other person. So how are you going to be getting your information? Who will be feeding you with information? Is it the same information that we've been hearing that has been dividing the cause of justice for Mohbad that you still want to rely on? You know, so I am concerned. You know, it's concerning because we cannot see himself. That's I say until he makes himself present. You know, in that court, you know, and then we'll be able to see his presence will be more felt. You know, people will like, okay, yes, he's there, he's this, he's that, you know, he will be observed and all of those things. Now, he said he wants to bring lawyer in and all of those things. So I don't know. See, to me, everything is just scattered. And for people that you know that are strongly behind him, yeah, it is their you know their opinion, it is their you know their choice, and you know it is their choice and you know whatever. But you know some people are you know when they are ardent follower of people, you know what it means. So and the people that are solidly behind him are still the same people that we have been having dealings with for the past 1 year. So to me, there's no change. It's just like recycling people. As it's just recycling the you know, people, and okay, I want you to come and join me. I want you to come and do this. You know, okay, I have a WhatsApp group. Okay, you will be there. You'll be there. You know, you are just trying to recycle things, recycle people, and in the name of trying to bring justice. So you know, people's eyes. We are not trying to like. I don't think anybody is trying to like open the eyes of people. Let people see things for themselves. Then at the end of the day, I think those people have made up their mind that okay, whatever happens, even if it doesn't even we are not still going to do anything. You know, so when people have made up their mind to that extent, you know, then there's nothing anybody can do. So let's just, you know, this is what I will say. I will just sit, I'll observe with my popcorn and my bottle of beer. You know, I'll be sipping, eating, and be watching as everything is going on, has been on food. Because I don't know why I feel that I'm the only one, you know, just sitting there. Maybe this case, I'm just hanging. Like I remember, like I'm actually hanging in the case. It's not as maybe there's anything. We're just hanging on. Okay, let's just see. Okay, let's see. Because we have seen things that they've done, you know, behind, and things that are still that is you know being open in the eyes of people, but then they are trying to like you know cover it, you know, not make people to be making to be obvious. So it's as if we know these things, but we are not just so sure that okay, this is what it is eventually. So for me, I'm just like you know, I'm just hanging there, you know, I'm just hanging there, you know. But then let's see what happens, you know. The justice that we seek for, I don't think it's going to be by Aluta. I don't think so. It's going to be by Aluta. There are more deeper things, there are deeper people. There are people in the system, you know, in this case that, you know, that needs to be, you know, that needs to be observed. That the people that need to meet, you need to know where the fault is from. And, you know, the people in the case, you know, that they need to be willing, you know, once they are willing to help you, the people involved, when they are willing to help you out of this case, then I think we'll be nearing justice. But when the situation whereby they are not even helping, and they are frustrating the cause of justice. So I don't know the angle. I don't even just know. I don't know how he's going to come in. But with the question that he was being asked yesterday, and the fact that he was not even able to answer, even me saying now this, I said, I know this guy has not even answered the question. You know, in honesty, I just think that no, it's not going to work like that. So it's just like still having the same old people around him. And we just hope that anyone that's going to give us justice, I think, is the people that are involved themselves, that will give us this justice. The people involved, gongo, that will give us justice. Once they start coming out to tell us the truth, to tell us how it is, then we'll know that these people are actually ready for justice. But when somebody is lying, is not ready to say the truth, all the party involved, they are not ready to say the truth. Nobody wants to tell us what happened. Everybody is saying that everybody is waiting for somebody to come and talk before we, all those kind of things. Nobody is ready to talk. So until they are ready to talk, then I don't think that justice will be served. But that's my opinion anyway. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
My small interlude. The world is a very big place. The world is my oyster. The world is your oyster. And the world is our south here. Do you want me to give you the mic?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Please, sir. I'm just I'm working, but I just let me come up and give my little contribution. Okay, sir. Thank you very much. The first thing I can say is that it's like a market. We are like in the marketplace. If you want to get customers, you focus on your business, you focus on your market and sell it out well for customers to come, to people to, you tell them what they want to hear, then they can be happy to come and buy to you. You don't have to be castigating your opponent. You don't have to be putting down other, your friends around you for people to come to you. So like, for example, for people now, like Thunderfire, she came up, she made a very good submission, because I've said the same thing before, for us to, to back up African TV, but like saying that, I don't like Yomi because of this, Other people will say too, and me too, I like African TV because he's this, he's that. So if we want to support African TV, let's support him. We should not put other people down. We should not call other people names. Then people will not come for African TV again. So, like, for example, I was telling people that if you want to back Baba Mohbad, but stop castigating other people, because the people you are castigating, their own people also will come for Baba. So it will be like always bass when we meet together. We'll never meet and engage intelligently to make us understand each other. It will always be a fight. So please, for me, I back African TV. So all of us that back African TV, that want to give African TV chance, please, let's stop castigating Yomi. So it will not be like a rival thing, like a fight between, no. It should not be like that. And the second thing, are you talking the sniper?
Yeah, just me.
That's the source. Don't you release it? I don't set up GoFundMe. I don't feel information. I don't feel social. What are you saying, Nigeria? Any suru, short you withdraw, GoFundMe. Consider me say more. But what you withdraw no anymore? You don't really know what they anymore. Then go on the anymore. Access code to the GoFundMe stuff. So now we have a cosign. You don't get cosign. Why? I mean, why? When you write to GoFundMe, they will tell you whose account is it and ask money to step down. When this account to step over, see, is out at the end. So when
So basically, she went there to. Can you guys hear me? Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can. Can you guys hear me? We can hear you. Basically, she went to that platform and she mentioned some names that they dragged her on this platform yesterday, asking her questions about GoFundMe, that ESCC is going to pick her up, that what is her business with GoFundMe. So she mentioned Crunchy Queen and Lady ARIES. So, and she doesn't know why they are coming for her, stuff like that. So I'll mute again when she continues. I'll unmute so you guys can hear. Thank you, this sniper. Thank you.
Can I continue, please? I'll just.
Carry on, Sam.
We are not hearing you.
I'll just make it short now. For me, I asked the last time. We have the likes of Lady ARIES, Mr. ITGAY. We have my network. We have Mr. Aristocrat. We have Jack Sele. Can you guys come together and help African TV back him up? Then because some of you all have your own followers, if these followers sees you behind African TV, like any is it better now? Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. So what I'm saying, I want Mr. Aristocrat, Mr. ITGAY, Lady ARIES, Crunchy Queen. See, AOD, all these people are great people. Why can't they come together and, work with African TV? So all of us, the public that trust in them, we work together with them and support them. Like for now, for me, my number one project, I would say, I would like people to do now, any foundation, is to sue that family for the wrongful burial, like the wrong way they bury Mohbad. The public needs to sue these people. If anybody have that project in mind to do that kind of thing, I will support. I will put anything. Or we say, okay, let's come together and get a public lawyer. So that lawyer will apply for us in the inquest. We can do that. So there are so many ways. We don't need to go to Baba Mohbad for anything. There are so many things we can do to support this justice. Even if we cannot get justice, but at least we have contributed our own little way to help to get justice. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. IT, I'm sorry, sir, I'm in school now. I just have 2 minutes to go back to class, please. And I will support Ms. Azot for this submission, because for now, it look like, I'm sorry to say this, guys, look like we have abandoned, we have forget this Africa television. Because this man have been fighting from the D1 after a lot of stone, they have been stoning this man still keep up pushing. I said that we all should support him, to be behind him. We all have to support him. Me, I'm begging, let's support Africa television. Because I will not say we should also not support Yemi. We also have to support Yemi. We have 5 foundation here. With the public put our funds, if we can help in our only 2 ways. Let's support any foundation, both Yemi, both Africa television. Please, let's support them. And we should also know we should not talk down. We are not talking down of Yemi, so we should let them do their own thing. Any way we can also support Yemi, let us support Yemi, because we are standing for justice for Mohbad. Please, my lovely family. So please let us support Africa television. Thank you.
Okay, my take on this at this point in time is that let's eliminate the process of support. Let's eliminate the process of endorsement now. Now, let Yomi do what he can do, and hopefully African television will do what African television can do. Now, For African television, nothing against him, is my body, my main guy. But when I need to speak publicly, I need to be honest with myself first before I can be honest with anyone who is listening. You see, we can't fight a fight with a fight, but we can fight a fight collectively in harmony with our own ammunition in a very harmonious way. So you see, that process is intertwined, but there has to be an understanding and there has to be togetherness. So African television will have to kind of engage with people, and I'm not going to mention the public anymore now. And if he's able to do that, and there is a memorandum of understanding amongst those people, then perhaps they can then come out to the people, and then African television will then be a force to enlighten people about its mission and its vision about this particular plight. A lot has happened in the past, and I'm not going to dwell on any of it. I have now wiped that slate clean now, and I am now saying, Yomi, do what you do what you can do. African television, do what you do what you can do. Reach out to your own people, engage, and then come out and actually say, this is your mission, and these are your vision. And I think that's how I'm going to play it at this point in time. Because for me, my devil advocacy has been played already with Thunder Fire, intentionally and not intentionally, but I just kind of, so for all the intended purposes, it is something nobody wants to talk about. People want to talk about it on comment section, but when they bring them up to speak, nobody seems to want to speak about it. And I thought the ideal way to actually set that in motion is to kind of use a bit of stealth to bring it out in the public space so that we can talk about it. And yes, a lot of people have said a lot of things. Salzot 247 spoken well. She's spoken judiciously, and she said, if you want to support anyone, support them, but please do not castigate people on the other side. We all live in glass houses. Let's not throw stones. If you like Yomi and you want Yomi, speak for Yomi, but don't speak negatively about African television and vice versa. Maybe that way we can have a wonderful conversation. Maybe that way we allow people to do their own thing without all the stones that we are casting and throwing that can actually just come back and bounce back to hate us. So that is sort of the motion I'm putting out now. Is just my own take. The panelists are there. Let the conversation continue. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, can I talk?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so just a short talk. I quite see this struggle for justice as a means that we can use to change practice. With both sides, we haven't seen anything wrong that African TV has done. So also we haven't seen anything wrong yet with what Yomi is doing. Yomi has his crowd, and African TV has his crowd. So, like others have said, we should not be too forceful in condemning anyone, but we can critique when we see that things are going the wrong way. So with African television, the reason why I would support him is because he has the force, he has the intellect, and he has the understanding of how and people to meet and how we can get this justice. With the way he started from the beginning, if we had followed him that path, by now we would have been somewhere. Then for Yomi has the popularity, especially among the unintelligent people. I'm sorry to say, he has a crowd, and if you have to win, you need a crowd to win, both in politics and in anything that we do in our own living. African television has intellectuals, so we need both. We need the brain and the body to win this case, because the force that we are fighting against, they are very powerful. That's what fighting against a full state, and that is not going to come easy. So everything we have on hand, on ground, to wage this war, we should accept them. But on the long run, if we see any way that maybe one of the parties that we have trusted to support is going the wrong way, just as we saw Papa Mohbad was going the wrong way. Initially, everybody supported the legal team. But when we watched closely and saw that these people are not leading us anywhere, and then we decided to pull back and re-strategize. So personally, and I will beg so many people to please support this man, African Television, and those that want to support Yomi, they should also please support Yomi, and we should open our eyes and watch very closely, because we've been deceived in the past. So we should watch closely and to see if we are going the right way, if they are taking us to the right route. So thank you, Iron Lady. Thank you, the ITGAY. Mr. Aristocrat is not here. Thank you, Jack. Chessman is not here. Papariano, my best man, and every other one, Sele and the sniper, Moses, so many people that have sacrificed a lot. Susie, that will not sleep until we get justice. I said I thank you people a lot for all these times, all the time you've put in, for all the resources you've put in. You've put in both your energy, your brain, your physical self, spiritual self, and even your financial contributions. So I say a big thank you to everyone. Let's face this part and support both of them. Those that will support Yomi with the crowd, let them continue. Those that will support African Television with the brain, with the intellect, let's support African TV. Thank you.
Tizuma, let's hear from you.
Okay, who are you there?
No idea, my mom. Oh, una dey wait for me to talk.
We dey wait, gone for you, gone.
The IT guy. Mama Supreme. Wetin I want talk now. When I don't talk everything, we person supposed talk finish.
My guy, you have to say something, no? You have to say something, I beg.
Yeah, now we talk about talk now. I ain't that mama tribe of Judah or of Lion of waiting don't talk.
Give us your own version now.
And my own version be see anywhere belly fish, more face there now. Everybody do it go make her happy. We know they bash ourselves. But if you bring war, you will collect war. Now the thing. Everybody did their lane. Sele no pass down. No. I think I want to be there, they'll laugh.
Pizuma, thank you. Any input is useful. It's useful, thank you. So, thing is, we've said it now, and I hope that from this juncture beyond, we can sort of like warn ourselves, guide ourselves, moderate ourselves, remind ourselves that we're no longer taking sides. If we've got sort of like advice we want for any side whatsoever, let's bring it out. Yes, Pizzo Modi say, woto, we come. When it comes, it comes. There's nothing we can do about it, because sometimes it might not be me starting it and I can get involved, and it can be the other way around, but that is just life. We are human at the end of the day. So, yeah, I mean, Tribe of Judah did say that, yeah, sometimes you may need to criticize people, and if you need to be a quick critique on the matter, don't hold back. You just need to give it the best you've got. Or it's just that if we champion someone and we're castigating the other side, then that is dividing us. It's creating division. So for me, I put my hands up. I give it a fresh start, wipe the slate clean, not endorsing or supporting anybody. The world is their oyster. Let everybody do what they need to do. The more the merrier. There's enough to go around. And it's up to the people, it's up to the public, where they decide to channel their energy in terms of support, whether it's financially, whether it's time, whether it's effort, whatever the case may be. Comment section, come up on the panel, listen on the window, screen record, replay it somewhere else. It doesn't matter. It's still the same thing at the end of the day. So, although right now it seems sort of like seems as if the storm is coming, this is the calm. And don't be surprised that the whole process will be dismantled, yet again. But I just kind of want us to support one another. And if you find people on platforms that you believe they should not be, allow them to engage. And I believe that if you find people here, don't actually frown upon the fact that they are here, and don't see it as if they are not on this side. If they choose to come up, let them come up. Let's engage. If he ends up in woto, it's part of life at the end of the day. Otherwise, the world would be a very dull place if there's no action. So that's my my own take for now. The very wicked lady is there. I hand over to the very wicked lady.
Very wicked. Go and host with that perfect justice. I want people to go there from before I end this one.
Why do you want to end the live now?
My phone is low.
Is online now.
Baba won't go lap you make it recharge small.
Also, okay, so is Iron Lady online?
Iron Lady is fast asleep. So where are we going next, though? Because now Selene needs to go and recharge. When man come talk to him battery low. When man talks a battery low, you know, saying that time to charge off now. La pew pew.
Not true.
Nice one, my brother. Nice one, my brother. At least you know the PDD now. You know the PDD. You know. Nice one.
I need to go and sit down. Read the story of PDD. I've been hearing whiskey PDD. Can you copy?
Let me tell you something. You know, one thing I love about these cases, yeah. When you see something, you flip. When the thing matter gone. When the news come out, now that time you go enjoy them. Otherwise, right now you're gonna be picking up misinformation all over the place. That is just my own situation with this. I say the caption, I laugh, because this thing has been going on for years. The insinuation, the innuendo has been going on for years. So you don't know which is which anymore. If you go on YouTube, different story. If you go on Instagram, different story. If you go on TikTok, different story. There's different stories everywhere. Do you know how many platforms are on TikTok that you stumble over? If you listen to what they are talking about for 5 minutes, you will have to just move on. So this one trouble me, but it's very, very complicated, very complex. But the time will come. Maybe one day someone will set up a platform on our side and we'll talk about it a bit. But
I think I will try to get some things about it.
Yeah. It's good to get a foundation. Just to get a foundation. It's good to get a foundation. So where are we going next? Thunder. I think Thunder Fire says she's opening a platform.
Yes.
Okay. So let's check that back to you. China, where were
Like typical
God bless you, my brother. God bless you. China, well. Make with the yara, make with the feel the tremor. Nice one. Oh my God.
Can you hear me? Hey, Senator Ish, Beleo. What I got to go with, don't mute now. Okay, so this is it, yeah. The one that Senator Ish was talking about.
That guy that you guys are listening to is West Coast. Hey, Joe, let me see the page. The more back for me. Hey, Joe, only of you go from your life. Please.
So that's it. She said, only love favor come Lola.
Police. There are some people that even should not even relevant. That guy that you guys are listening to is West Coast. Hey, Joe, let me see the page. The more back for me. Hey, Joe, only of you go from your life. Please. Don't have been locked up. This is the one only in front of the police. Yes, you understand, Joe? I'm not play anything. I can't show me who. Hey, Joe, to your law. I'm not playing any relevance because time out. What am I just recording? All right, tomorrow. All right. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. It's okay.
So, and this is what they do. They shut her up.
It's okay. Tell me, Nikki, announce. Please don't announce. Let me just talk. So, I got please can you put me on speaker? So that is it. But like if it don't stop saying it's okay.
And they don't know this is so admissible.
Good day, everybody.
Prime boy, tell me why your lawyer cannot use as evidence. This is a Milord. Is this admissible or is not admissible?
This is highly admissible, 100% admissibly, admissible in the court of law. And it shall be the evidence that shall lead them to the wearing of the blue clothes, supported by the orange clothes. With chains in their legs or on their legs.
This is going to be a profusely admissible evidence. They don't know. They don't know. Only a favor of Komilola. Who says that?
There are some people that even should not even relevant. That guy that you guys are listening to is West Coast. Hey, Joe, let me see the page. The more back for me. Hey, Joe, only of you go from your life. Please. Don't have been locked up. This CCTV only in front of the police.
It has been alleged that Auntie's Yatunde's husband works in the station. Now you wonder why is backfiring.
Only of you go from your life. Please. Don't have been locked up. This CCTV only in front of the police. Yes, you understand?
Only love favor Komilola. Just imagine what a girl. Let me show you another one. Is it admissible or is not admissible? I'm coming. There's another one. I think I played that Yadura zone, Kini zone. But admissible. If they know for trying. I'm coming. Even Yamobad themselves, our talk is admissible in court. Okay, so what you were saying is this, for the person who don't understand Yoruba, Wumi was on a platform where our people's platform, the Tolani and Co, the anti-justice platform. So she was telling them not to play Prime Boy's recordings, like about his talk and all that, that they shouldn't play it. That if they play it, it can favor Mohbad's case. That it can favor the husband tomorrow. So they should not play it. So that it doesn't favor Mohbad. So it doesn't favor Mohbad. That's what he was saying. That's what she was saying. Let me see. I think there's another one. Might find another video again.
Meaning that everything or some of the things that Prime Boy was saying as at that point was there are some iota of truth in it.
Yes.
And if they pay attention to those truths and they dig it more and more, it's going to favor the husband, which is going to be of a disadvantage to her.
Now. Okay, see another one. I want to play another one. Please tell me if it is admissible in court or is not admissible in court.
I beg you, my baby girl with this shoe. I told you I'm not giving you any baby. You think I'm joking?
I told you I'm not giving you any baby. Do you think I'm joking?
I beg you, my baby girl with this shoe. I told you I'm not giving you any baby. You think I'm joking? Yeah, it's not a gift with this one.
So my lord, please help us.
If you hear admissibly, yes. admissibly, yes.
I will not give you any baby, not birthday gift. It wasn't his birthday. Let me play it again for you so that you hear it.
My birthday, my baby girl with this shoe. I told you I'm not giving you any baby. Yeah, it's not a gift with this one. It's a friendship from I love you so much.
Okay, let's cancel it.
My birthday, my baby girl with this shoe.
Thank you for clearing it. It's my birthday, my baby girl with this shoe.
Yeah, it's not a gift with this one. It's my birthday,
thank
my.
you. We've analyzed that one, so it's cleared. Birthday gifts, yes. Thank you very much. So it's my baby. Okay, I'm not giving you any birthday gift. We can twist it the way they keep twisting Mohbad's talk. But anyway, DNA speak on. Wait, hold on. I shall know the one that is very admissible. Nobody can twist that one. I'm coming. I'll also play it for you now. You will hear it. Oh, admissible, pa. The same way it was admissible for Naira Marley to be called a suspect, and yet they did not use the same admissible to call that one a suspect. Is that not a problem? Is that not a problem? Oh, come, hold on. You hear it soon. You soon hear it too. You soon hear it too. Yeah. Hold on. Hey. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, I played this one. Hold on. Now go soon hear them now. I don't know if I should play the Abu Ebel one too safe. I don't know if I should play Abu Ebel Zodo because that one is long. But that one is very admissible in court as well. Then, even this one. My lord, I'm about to show you one. Is this admissible in court or is not admissible, my lord? Is this admissible, my lord, or is not admissible? Milord, please, is it admissible or is
if
not
we consider
admissible?
this very well, some people might be able to twist this one and say she doesn't want to see the face for the last time, blah blah blah. Maybe she is mourning and she's emotional. So the admissibility of this one is 50-50. The admissibility of this one is 50-50.
My lord, as the name only called you, my lord. What about the front head?
The front end is an evidence that needs to be studied very well. I was actually thinking of she. But if you look at the yes, objection sustained. Oh yeah.
Objection, my lord. I need to let you know why I said it is. I would let you know why it is very admissible in court as Prime Boy's supposed online lawyer. Anybody, but let's use Prime Boy because I keep saying his lawyer is meant to sound smart. I'm going to say, if indeed my clients here, Prime Boy, committed this crime, this is the opportunity when people were screaming, Mohbad celebrity, where fans were screaming that they want to see Mohbad for the last time. I chose to open the casket so that they can carry Mohbad for autopsy. But what did my client's opponent person do? She said no, that they shouldn't open it. Why, my lord? My lord, help me ask this lady. Are you sure that she's not aware of what they put in the casket? Because the other day, Adura said, and I quote, that Wunmi was in the room all through with Mohbad. Wunmi herself said that they never went out. She was in the room all through with Mohbad. He wanted to lapio-pio her. Was she lapio-pio in a corpse in the room? Now going by Darusha, my lord, it says that Mohbad was already algo motis, and algo motis sets when 24 hours to 48 hours after death. As at the time of the day, between the afternoon or whatever time, Mohbad had already gone, as at on Monday. All through the Monday. Did they give us any activity, my lord? They didn't give us any activity of Mohbad. They never told us Mohbad went to the toilet to pee, poo, or even watch TV, even watch soccer that every guy loves to watch. They did not even talk about the show that happened on Sunday in order to have fun over what happened or laugh over it. My lord, I'm here to let you know that this lady knows a lot, and that was why she was screaming, do not open. How can she, who claimed to be love of life, she said that's the husband of her youth, the man that is virgin her, the father to her child. Where was the child at the graveside? Did the child pour sand on Mohbad's body? No, my lord. Did she even allow herself to see her husband for the last time? Or even people to watch her husband? Even if she's not interested in seeing, she can turn her back, turn her face and say, look at him. When you're done, let me know. And I turn and look back at my husband's casket and pour the sand. But my lord, this never happened. She knew what she has put in the casket. That was why she was screaming that people should not open it. Because if Mohbad was opened, we would have seen so many things that we are not meant to have seen. She knew the timing that she would be exposed, but wanted him laid immediately 6 feet under the ground and sealed with sand. My lord, there are other video evidences showing that there was cloth and a black nylon calabash. Who still believes in that in 2024, where we have the AI? My lord, please, can I mute? No, so please, that video is very admissible. Do you agree with me now with the viewpoint of mine, my lord?
Council representing the at this junction, having listened to your arguments, I can, in my power and in my capacity as the judge presiding over this matter, I can say this shall be how do we used to call it, self?
Profusely admissible.
This shall be profusely admissible in this court, tagged DEFMOH/WMEWUM/.
N1/prison/
/001 /homicide
/new prison
case.
/new prison /no apartment /no godfather.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Guys,
funny, right?
it's very, very admissible. Let me see.
Oh God.
Very admissible. How can you? Last minute, even with there's no video of the son pouring sand. Who does that? Pouring sand on the father, paying the last respect. We all know that
the father, not be the son, not be the biological son. No need pour sand. You don't need pour sand because not be your father.
Down.
Father, you don't need pour sand.
Let's see. Let me see this one. If let me hear this one.
Hello. Baba, ìyá ló sọ̀rọ̀. Kí kò bá pa ìyá rẹ̀ máa tó bí burúkú ni. Kí kò bá pa ní bàbá. Kí kò bá pa ìyá. Ìyá, ẹ kò sórí burúkú ni. Títí ọmọbìnrin tí ọmọ níwọ̀n ìṣẹ̀kọ́ ni. Tí ọmọbìnrin tí ọmọ ni. Tí ọmọbìnrin tí ọmọ ni. Ẹ ní kú rẹ̀. Bàbá, tí ọmọbìnrin tí ẹni náà. Wọ́n sọ fún yín. Wọ́n mú ní àkókò ìgbà yìí. Tí ọmọbìnrin tí ọmọ ni. Ẹ ká kọ́ ọmọ ìgbà ni àbí.
Dear Lord, I haven't finished playing this, but would you agree with me that this is admissible in court?
Before we even say anything about that, who on God's own earth puts his or her own child as the shield at the battlefield? Who is the mother to Mama Fi Kumaba Omo Who on God's own earth go they play with? Go they use death they play with in child? Who is that? That's the reason why some people believe that she is not the biological mother of those of that baby. Because a biological mother would dare not use death to play. It's just like you give birth to your own child and somebody is coming and the person is telling you, Moriku lori omo yin. The person that said this will not go scot-free. So it shows that that's one. Number one, they need to collect the child from her and take the child to fatherless and motherless babies home. That is number one. Number two, allegation laid against Baba. Meaning, she said it was Baba that killed his son because forgetting that the nurse came inside. Was it Baba that sent the nurse? No. Did Baba knows when the nurse came? No. So why are you alleging that it was Baba that killed the boy? So she needs to come and explain how. So this shall be admissible in the courts of law. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, under even Prime Boy's lawyer on TikTok, we are just using this one. I beg you, men are suffering. I know. We are just using admissible, not admissible. We don't talk and say in lawyer self. Suppose they listen, come with fake ID or go to different places, go they hear things, go they make research. We don't play one now. Now under Prime Boy, me Lord, I'm here with this part of. This is a little scene from this evidence. I want you to pay attention. My client here has been accused that it was this fight, this cough that caused Mohbad's spine. How come this woman is mentioning another person? How many people killed Mohbad? She said it here. Baba Mohbad, I'm not against you. No, I just settle court case. I beg, I'm not. She said it here that a father-in-law She said, you want to kill my own child the way you killed your own child. My Lord, how many people is she trying to channel it to? My Lord, I will take you back to our inquest, where she said, when they asked her, did you tell your father-in-law about your son, about his son's death? She said no, because they have issues. And then she went further to say that I am not guilty. I did not kill him. My Lord, what do you understand by that? The question was just, did you tell the father about what killed him? Not that the lawyer said, Wumi, you have killed your husband. Why was she so defensive? And that is why you're able to hear that everybody, it's either my client that killed him or a nurse that killed him. And here with this evidence now, with this voice recording from her, she even mentioned the name, accusing even her father-in-law. My Lord, are you sure we are not directing our mind and looking at the wrong set of people? While we have the main person we should look at and question, because she said while her husband was there, she kept going off and on. She was even inside of CTC. At some point, she still testified that she saw where the husband told the nurse to remove the injection from the body. Was my client there at that moment? Was he beside the nurse? My Lord, please explain to me, was he beside the Lord? I mute here. Let her whatever. May defender. Let her hold chat. Barrister Tolani, Barrister Dawa class. Let me go on and play, Ame.
My people, not the small thing they happen. They say this one happened. By myself from women. See how
they analyze. But anyway,
TikTok live video.
The other one. Let me go get the other one. There's another one.
Abuse me all you want, just like you abused Mohbad. But don't come for Liam, because I will fight for him with all my life. I will protect him because he's all I got. And I am the only parent he has. Nobody is not here to fight for him anymore. Please tell Baba to bring court order for a DNA to be done. He is not getting the court order because he's happy that my son is getting back daily. This is my son that I carried for 10 months. Everybody are telling me to keep short. I cannot keep short anymore. Even if they are going to kill me, Joe, I get Liam Ugaye. Let Liam live, please. Joe. That is the only person Leon who left. Joe. Please. Papa is not getting the court order because he is happy. Liam is being bashed. Liam is like a competitor. He's seeing me as a threat. He's also seeing me as a threat. He's happy that he's using his son's death to make money online. Everyone bashing me. Everyone of you bashing me. Will you feel safe to take your son to a father who has been using bloggers to bully him? That's always so tough. But will you feel safe? Hey, Joe. Hey, this is what Papa's doing alone. He is working hand in hand with people that you all know. He is working hand in hand. Papa has been seen with the same people that bullied Liam's father for many years. He has also seen with the same person that fought with his son for 48 hours.
Milord, did you notice something? That this other person, what she did was she paused when she wanted to talk about who by Uber. Let me take it back a bit for you. Okay, yeah. Milord, what do you Oh, I should go back and play it.
Yeah, go ahead and play it.
Let me play it from that side.
Go back and play it. We don't feel safe to take your son to a father who has been using bloggers to bully me. It's all talk. But yes, we don't feel safe. Hey, Joe. Hey, this is what Papa's doing alone. He is working hand in hand with people that you all know.
Did you see? You all know she jumped.
He's working hand in hand.
She not pass again. Let me play it back. Let me play it from there. So let me just play it and not interject.
We don't feel safe to take your son to a father who has been using bloggers to bully me. So we don't feel safe. Hey, Joe. Hey, this is what Papa's doing alone. He is working hand in hand with people that you all know. He is working hand in hand. Papa has been seen with the same people that bullied Liam's father for many years. He has also seen with the same person that fought with his son for 8 hours before his son's death. That led to us calling a nurse. Everybody telling me to keep short. Papa is all about getting his son's property. Even if it's getting me and him out of the way.
Boss. Now, there are things. See, when I talk, say, court goes sweet. People will ask me, say, wait. Now, you said you saw Baba together with those who have been bullying Mo. And there are no other persons who have been tagged that they are bullying Mo than Naira Marley and Sam Larry. Now, you need to prove where you saw Baba and Sam Larry together. You need to prove that. That is number one. See, there are some cases that no matter how connected you are, you understand, you don't have any choice other than for you to just do it. You can even judge the case and go up later kill yourself. But you just have to do the right thing now. You have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that you saw Baba and what's it called? Sam Larry and Naira Marley together. That's number one. Number two, she said she saw that they saw Baba with the person that fought his son 48 hours.
That led to his death.
Now she needs to prove that who is the person. Why didn't she mention the person's name? Why didn't she mention the person's name if it was sure for her that there was a fight? Now, she didn't mention anybody's name. She said the person. She need to point out the person that fought Mohbad and where they were together with Baba. She needs to. That is the reason why I said you should pause. That's why I said you should pause. Yeah.
Milord, let me continue. Thank you very much for that. Online lawyer here. Milord, can I say that with this evidence, she is right by what she has said, that Baba was with the last person that was with Mohbad in the last 24 hours that he died. Here is my submission. As at on Saturday, it was stated that Baba Mohbad went to the house to settle these people's fight. Based on talk that I have heard, my client told me that even while they were going to the show on Sunday, this same guy, this same lady had a fight with her husband. My client said he tried solving their issues. And when he left, because of some misunderstanding at the show, he still got the information that this same lady had a fight with her husband. My Lord, can I say that she was the last person that she's describing herself, that the 24 hours of when Mohbad died, she was the one? Because if we go by Adura's testimony, Adura says, and I quote, if anyone has seen Mohbad after 12 p.m. on Monday, that person is a liar. When he was still saying again, he said, all through they never went out. Wunmi was in the room with Mohbad. Wunmi herself confirmed it that she was also in the room with Mohbad all through Monday. My Lord, please tell me who else is the 24 hours that she's talking about, if not herself? My Lord, can I say this is very, very profusely admissible in the court of law? My Lord, we're waiting. Because she was the last person with Mohbad. She was the one cooking rice. She was the one going everywhere with Mohbad. So, my Lord, It's very admissible that Wumi, Milord is shocked, right?
Highly admissible. And the truth is this, all of these things that they claim they are using to debunk this, whatever, damage control, this and that, they don't know that they are just shooting themselves on the legs. That's what they don't know. That is one thing that they don't know. Why? Okay. That is one thing that they don't know about all of this. Okay. Why?
People understand that we sound. Don't give location. So, Milord, this Imperial Junior, hi. I guess maybe, I don't know if you tapped by mistake. I can drop you off. Maybe it's a mistake.
Even if I die, Michael, I'm cool. Why are you claiming justice for Mopad and you are what we have to die? Tobacco. Then what is now the Mopad skin? Can you get Mopad to be happy? Go to Abiamo to talk by me. Head by me. Nigerians come to my head.
So I said I should play that admissible.
Gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n máa ń sọ gbogbo èpè tó ṣe tó bá yẹ pé lóòótọ́ ní orí bẹ́ẹ̀ ní agbára Ọlọ́run bó ṣe sọ ló máa ń tẹ̀lé tọmọtọmọ mi ò ní mú jẹ bó ṣe ń sọ báyìí ni Ọlọ́run máa fi àṣẹ sí èmi náà mi ní tọ́jọ́ mo máa kú kó òjijì ni mo tọ́ pé mi ò ṣe gbogbo ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá fi mí rí tọmọtọmọ wọn á fi rí gbogbo ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá fi mí bú tọmọtọmọ wọn á fi bú gbogbo ìṣẹ̀dá tó mọ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó dẹ̀ yí tó fi jẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tó ń dá everybody gbogbo tó dẹ̀ mọ òótọ́ tó wà lórúkọ Jésù bó ṣe ń ṣe pẹ̀lú máa ìbàjẹ́ tiẹ̀ mi ò ní ní tọmọtọmọ torí pé ọmọ wà lọ́wọ́ mi ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo tó bá ṣe ń rò ló máa jẹ́ tuntun ní orúkọ Jésù àtàbí tó ń pè mí ọmọ òun ni mo ń pàdé ikú ìrírí Olúwa tó ń pè mí mọ̀ gbogbo bó ṣe ń ṣe pẹ̀lú máa jẹ́ tèmi tọmọtọmọ mi ò ní fara nínú ẹ̀ nínú máa fún fún òjijì bó tí ì bá rí.
Milord, I'm pausing here for now. She says she doesn't even know the cause of pie of her husband. Milord, can I say, how can she say my client?
Exactly.
How can she say my client, crime boy, is behind Mohbad's pie? Oh, if I say people just they tap, they enter by mistake. Let me drop you. Sorry, I'm dropping you. Sorry, I think you guys sent request by mistake. Sorry, please. Sorry. Thank you very much for tapping. So now this is it. Milord, she claimed that my client, Prime Boy, is the cause of pie in one of her statements. I just want